All right, today we have a debate between a pro-Israeli and a pro-Palestinian. We're going to jump off and continue the conversation of how it was going. Genocide. What do you think? What's the definition of genocide? And do you believe there's genocide happening?
So the term genocide itself was coined by this Jewish Polish jurist. He was from Poland, a jurist, and he says genocide means when somebody targets a specific group of people in a coordinated attack, whether it's ethnic, religious, national, and you basically try to destroy the foundations of society. And the excuse for genocide, according to this Polish jurist, cannot be self-defense. So you have to have intent and execution. Those are the two conditions. And you have to basically try to obliterate the societal foundations of a ethnic, national, religious group. That is the definition of genocide. That's how it came about. So according to that definition, Israel has met all those conditions. It has the intent. If you look at the policymakers, if you look at Israeli government officials, they have made it clear they do not want Palestinians to live in Gaza. They don't like Palestinians, and they will go to the utmost limits of human war potential to make that happen. So intent is there, execution, as we've seen. 78,000 Palestinians have been killed officially. I think that number is probably close to 200,000 people. How many people in Gaza? 2 million. So you're talking about 10% of the population in Gaza is gone. You have mass starvation. 1 in 3 Gazans starve for days. You have 3,000 children who have severe cases of malnutrition. You have 16 kids who literally died because they couldn't have food. They died because they had no access to food. Israel has consistently blocked aid sites. They have attacked aid sites. They've prevented the flow of aid to these Gazans. So in my opinion, I don't think it's not my opinion. It's the opinion of the United Nations. It's the opinion of the International Court of Justice, International Criminal Court, all human rights organizations. They're saying genocide's happening.
Okay, so I think when it comes to the hunger problem and like aid, it's very tough to say like, oh, it's Israel's fault. Why? Because are you caught up with the news or like the inside of like what's happening, like like actually sources from the people that live in Gaza? I'm not talking about like any type of press that's owned by Hamas that's in there, but like I've seen it where like so many situations that it became like towards, I think maybe the 7th month in that war where like the resources are eventually like they're gonna run out of it, like food, all these things. And Hamas itself, it was a weak power when it comes to whether like having the soldiers or just anything in general that they can use it to fight the Israeli forces. So that's when they came up with the strategy where every humanitarian aid truck comes in, they take over it completely and they lead it towards the tunnels where like they store everything that that they can get their hands on, whether if it's like weapons, hostages, like, or any of these like humanitarian truck like aid. So they use these things. Well, at first they took it, right? They overtook anything that went in. And they started selling them at a high price to the civilians. Like they literally had like markets, like how you go to like the farmers market here. They had like the same thing in Gaza, but like the prices are high. They're like very high, and the people already, they don't have the money for that. Like they don't have anything. So imagine. So that's how they came with this idea that they can recruit more people into the Hamas organization to commit, whether if it's like shooting against like soldiers or just in general, like being able to have like some type of force. So people don't have the money, people are starving, so they're gonna like give in, be like, okay, give me an AK, I'll do do you want me to go blow myself up? I'll do it, like just at least feed my family. So it came to that situation, and it's happened so many times where people are cursing at Hamas. They're like, we want Hamas out. They're like controlling all the aid. They're taking it for themselves, for the family. If you look at Sinwar, the guy that Israel killed, who was like the leader of Hamas, basically.
Yahya Sinwar.
Yeah, Yahya Sinwar. So when it comes to that, how come his family was well fed? Like his wife was like fat as fuck, if I'm being honest. And over like the 2 years, she hasn't.
Is she alive or is she dead?
I think she is alive, because
Okay.
he was the only one that got killed, and his kids and the wife, I think they're still alive. Which I don't like. Doesn't mean like they like the dad was like a Hamas member, and like probably like the kids they didn't do anything despite just being like his
son.
Yeah. So like that's not like the topic, but yeah, it's like like you provide like he was the one that planned the attack, so like you make sure that you have shelter for your family. But the 2 million Gazans, like you don't care about them. But then you expect Israel to, like, after all the rage, after all what happened October 7th, with like if you go to the Israeli street, you know, whether like if it's liberals or conservatives more, they're furious about what happened. So they're not they're not gonna have mercy. Let's point it out that way.
Can I ask you a question?
Would you agree that it's a genocide happening or no?
I don't agree with that, because
Yeah,
I've like over the history, like many like my family is a genocide survivor from Greece. You know, do you know what happened, like that genocide? Do you have any idea?
In Greece?
Yeah, in Greece
Not
with
familiar.
the Greek people, or you know. So basically, what happened is I think it was the 1910s, towards the middle of it, the Turkish government, or it was like the Ottoman Empire at that
So
time.
the Armenian genocide?
Yeah, whether it started with the Armenians, it was like a million. Was it like 1.3 Armenians, and then
Yeah.
there was another like 900,000 Greek people that were killed in it, and then you got like the Assyrians that got killed in that genocide. So like
100%.
so it was like a total of 2.6 million people that died in there. That's what I call a genocide. It's like it's
So 100,000 is not good enough.
I would say like 100,000.
So what are you trying to say then?
But,
That's what you're saying, basically. You're saying, nah, bro, we got to get to 1 million.
No.
There's still 1.8 million of those bastards still alive.
see,
We got to
it's
get
like-
all of them.
But like
That's what it sounds like to me.
but like actually like thinking about it, like over the past 2 years, like war and all that, and the casualties were like only 60,000 people. That's not enough to like call it a genocide, especially when you get like this organization that the Gazans, they're the one who elected to.
Okay, hold on. I have to ask you 2 questions.
Yeah.
So you talked about food aid, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying Hamas is to blame for the food not coming in.
1,000%.
Israel bears no responsibility.
1,000%.
Okay, so that's just not true. Because I'll tell you this. Let me tell you this. You know who Ben Gvir is, right?
Ben Gvir, yeah.
Ben Gvir. Who's Ben Gvir? For those who don't know.
He's like the defense, like
The national security
national
minister in
security, yeah.
Israel. He's telling Republicans in Congress, he's saying, he hates Benjamin Netanyahu, by the way. He doesn't agree with Benjamin Netanyahu's policies, and he doesn't want a ceasefire. He believes the continuation of bombing of the Palestinian people.
Bro, like,
he said,
thinking-
one second, let me
to-
finish.
to-
He said he said we want to continue bombing aid sites. He's literally mad at Benjamin Netanyahu. The national security minister of Israel is saying, let's keep bombing these aid sites so that food doesn't get to the Palestinian people. And I'm supposed to believe it's all Hamas's fault? How can I believe that as a normal American person? Sure, I don't know a specific Gazan. All I can see is the images I see. But like, if the guy who's literally in charge of the national security of a country is saying, nah, let's keep bombing the aid sites, are you seriously gonna blame Hamas for everything?
Yeah, but just so you know, like whatever like Ben Gvir says, like it doesn't mean anything. Whatever matters is what like literally the Prime Minister Netanyahu, whatever he says happens. Like Ben Gvir, bro, he's just like some clown.
Why is he
like,
the national security minister?
like he's the national security inside Israel. He has nothing to do with whatever like goes outside of it.
International.
But he does
Yeah,
though,
whether
because he gives weapons to settlers. He literally Ben Gvir gets weapons. He literally gives these Israeli settlers weapons to go settle in Palestinian colonies. That's what Ben Gvir does.
to that point.
So that's just
why-
not true what you just said.
Okay, to that point,
You agree
that's-
that? Yeah.
I definitely agree with that, because like
Okay.
to that point, Donald Trump also talked about this, that like Israel will never like come, like they have no authority like whatsoever, you know, in
Okay.
expanding in that West Bank. Whether like you're talking about the settlers, yeah, You should go. Even like JD Vance talked about it. They said like Israel. Like somebody asked him, "What do you think of what's happening?" He said like, "Don't worry about it, because Israel is not gonna do anything about it, like about the settlers and like
Yeah, what do you
them
mean?
attacking them."
What are you trying to say? I'm confused.
That like, I'm trying to say that it's very wrong when it comes to settlers and
Yeah.
like taking
You agree?
over.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. At that point, I'm not like 100%. I'm not like blind. I don't like, I see like the reality as it is. It's very wrong. And I've seen like so many videos on the internet where when it like there's like settlers who are like preventing some Palestinians in the West Bank from like entering their land, where they have like olive trees that they want to take care of, or just anything in general.
They just killed a journalist. These settlers really just killed the guy. A journalist, and you know what the journalist I'm talking about, right?
Which one?
I forget his name. Right as a ceasefire was announced, he was celebrating that there's a ceasefire announced. You know what I'm talking about?
That one. That one's a good one. He was killed by the Gazans.
No, he wasn't. He was killed by Israeli settlers.
No, he was killed by the Gazans.
What makes you say that?
Because he talking about the guy who's always like I think his name is Hamza.
I'm forgetting his name.
Here, I got you.
Just look up,
it up, yeah.
the press person that was a journalist. He was celebrating the ceasefire. Was really happy, and then a
Right.
bunch of Israeli settlers they killed him.
It wasn't the Israeli settlers that killed him. I mean, I'll prove you right now.
Look up.
I'll prove you wrong. I mean,
Okay. Brother of journalist killed in
yes, it's this one. It's this
in
one right
occupied West Bank.
here. No. it's
Which
this
one?
Can I see?
It's this guy.
This guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Saleh.
Saleh.
Can you show me?
Yeah, Saleh. This guy.
Palestinian journalist
Can I see? I
Saleh
can't see from
al-Zawahiri
here.
shot dead in Gaza city clash.
No, not this guy.
Okay, which one?
Not this guy.
Two
This
different
guy.
guys. Oh,
This
Oh,
is.
shit, my bad.
Let me fix
That's
it.
not the guy I'm talking about. It's fine. That's not the guy I'm talking about.
That's not which one.
Yeah, I'm talking about. There was.
So the
I can't
journalist
find his-
killed. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. And you guys probably talking about two different people.
This is a different. You're talking about two different people.
Okay, but go ahead.
My point is, the Israeli settlers create and sow the seeds of violence and hatred amongst Palestinians, and like I've mentioned, Israel is an apartheid state where Palestinians don't feel welcomed. And I know Israel blames Hamas for a lot of problems. Hamas is not an angel by any means, but just to blame everything on Hamas, come on, you can't. You're not doing the conflict justice. It's just not the truth. If you're gonna say it's all Hamas's fault, it's all tunnels. They're creating these like sites. They're hoarding food. They're recruiting people. I think Hamas's power expands every single time Israel kills an innocent Gazan. Anytime they kill an innocent Palestinian. Because if you are seeing your brother die, your mother die, if you're starving to death, yeah, you will likely hate Israel. Obviously, like how can you have any sympathy for a country that is literally killing your people every single day indiscriminately?
Yeah. To that point, I don't know if you saw like what happened after the ceasefire, like right after the ceasefire, and they gave Israel their hostages back. They started killing like some of the people. They did like public executions. Hamas members, they did it to like some civilians that they accused like, oh, they're the one who like betrayed us. They like worked with the Israelis and all that, which is not true. How do you have like the heart to like execute like of your own people and then like blame Israel, like, oh, Israel's like killing us and all that?
Hamas is evil. I'm not even like debating that. I'm just saying you can't. I'm just saying I don't understand it when people who support Israel blame Hamas for everything.
And at the same time, like,
But you got to take responsibility as what your government is doing is wrong too. That's what I'm saying.
See, it comes to like right now, Gazans are very fed up with whoever was in control of them. If it's the Qataris, the one who, or like Iran or whoever like funds. Because the people who fund Hamas is like these people like Qatar. They're actually funding like a lot of content creators right now, or like.
So is Israel. Israel just had a whole meeting with U.S. content creators.
That's true because
Yeah.
like the like anti-Semitic move in the whole world is like just keeps on like growing because of these people that have like fans, or they have like a big crowd, that they can like mislead. To that point, there's like this guy whose name like Nick something,
Nick Fuentes.
Yeah. I'm like, this guy, like, all of a sudden, like he's
definitely anti-Semitic.
He's into politics, and he does all this stuff. And
But he's been into politics for like 7 years.
But
Since
then
he was like an 18-year-old. Yeah.
But then like he's also like targeting this Turning Point USA, the Charlie Kirk.
He's targeting everybody.
Yeah.
The Trump administration.
He's kind of like want to take like power in that Turning Point USA, where like, oh, like I don't like it because a lot of it is based on like some Christians who are very conservative and they support Israel, and he's like trying to like, no, we don't want that.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So, is me saying that Israel is committing a genocide? Do you think that's anti-Semitic to say?
That's
your
your own
opinion.
opinion. It's
Okay.
like just
So it's
like
not anti-Semitic to say that Israel is committing a genocide.
That's not anti-Semitic, but
What do you think is anti-Semitic?
anti-Semitic is like literally just however like you wake up today and because I'm not successful, I'm not doing better, I'm just gonna blame it on like the 2%. Yeah, it's like these motherfuckers.
Well, the weather is run by them, so I mean, I don't. I'm saying the weather is run by the weather is run by the Jews. It's so hot outside.
I mean, Jesus was Jewish. Maybe he's the one who's causing it. So
I get you. Obviously, yeah. Like if you blame every single problem on the Jews, every single thing, my life is horrible because God damn it, the Jews. Yeah.
But you gotta
That's
admit,
anti-Semitic.
it's pretty incredible how much the Jews actually run. It's insane.
It's
pretty insane.
It's smart. Come on.
No, of course it's great, but it's like, damn, bro. You know what I mean?
That's true. See, like one thing, like I was like trying to say, well, I wasn't like trying to say. It's like a point where Pakistan and Israel, they were both like founded almost like the same year. It was like 1947, 1948,
correct.
right?
Yeah.
Pakistan 1947.
47.
And then Israel was founded in 1948.
Yeah.
So like, it's to look at it, yeah. Like where Israel right now and where's like Pakistan, it's like there's no.
Wait, where's
comparison.
Pakistan coming into any of this?
Yeah. But
I left Pakistan. Like, why are you talking about Pakistan?
He's
the straw man.
Who was talking about like how like
I was
incredible
talking about
like,
us,
they could like run like how
Israel has done a lot of good in your own country.
Yeah.
You know why? Because America has also given Israel $318 billion,
Yeah.
more than any other country in the world.
At the same
How much
time-
money did America give to Pakistan? Literally,
same
America
time-
used Pakistan as a foil to get to the war on terror. They literally killed innocent thousands of Pakistanis for the war on terror. They killed innocent people. They found Osama in Pakistan. Like, you can't compare Pakistan and Israel. There's two different trajectories. Pakistan was colonized. Israel is an occupier. Like, how dare you compare Pakistan and Israel,
but
bro?
the Chinese.
I'm agreeing with you that
all that
Pakistan is
Chinese
doing bad as a
money-
country, but you can't compare Israel to Pakistan. Bro.
Yeah, well, if it comes to that, Pakistan was funded by like a lot of like these Chinese like communism like parties, and a lot of money went through there. What did they do?
Where's Pakistan coming into this equation, bro?
just
I'm
wants
just
to
trying to
shit on
debate
you, bro.
Israel, bro.
Yeah.
He just wants to, are you Indian?
One more thing.
Open your face, though. Are you Indian?
I'm not Indian.
What's going on, bro?
So hey,
We got a fake Indian Israeli here, bro.
what do we? I was gonna ask
What
you,
do you-
what
what
do
do
you
you
think
do?
about the Pakistan Indian thing? We'll get back to
No, let's stick to Israel. We're not talking about Pakistan, India.
No, like actually though.
What do I think about-
as someone like Pakistan? Did you like get to like know about the situation? Do you have like
About
an opinion
what?
on it about the Pakistan Indian conflict? We'll get back to where we were talking about.
Because let's take a break from talking about the genocide. Yeah, I think it's like, what are you talking
He
about?
hates Indians, bro. He hates Indians.
I
One
hate
of
their
our best
guts.
friends
I
would
hate
wanna-
the
we don't wanna put
Indians.
that.
No. Pakistan and India. You're touching the trap. Be
Oh,
careful.
my bad.
He's
Pakistan.
anti-Indian, bro. He's not anti-Semitic.
I mean,
He's
No, I mean, what do you
anti-Indian.
think?
A lot of people
It's
are.
a war, right? Pakistan and India.
anti-Hindu.
It's a war that happened between neighboring countries. They have nuclear weapons.
They both
So
have
it's-
nuclear weapons.
So I don't
They're, like,
understand
neighboring.
the relevance of Pakistan and India in the context of Israel.
No, there's no. I'm asking.
You're just curious.
It's a personal question.
Oh yeah, it's horrible. I mean, I think Pakistan and Indians. Honestly, like I shit on Indians a lot, and they do on me. I have a best friend, Genz. He's Indian. He smells a lot, but that's okay. Well, Indians and Pakistanis are basically the same people. I will have to tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
It's really sad and tragic how we both keep fighting and going to war. We're the same people. We dress the same. We eat the same. Obviously, we have better food because we eat meat like real men. But it's just it's a beautiful thing to see. Yeah, like Indians and Pakistanis coexisting in America. It's a beautiful thing.
What was like the conflict like based on? Like it was.
India and Pakistan. Well,
Yeah.
A lot of it has to do with.
I'm very like into like the like whatever we're going through. So like I don't have like any like time.
A lot
to,
of
like,
it
get
has
into
to
that.
do with religion. So Indians happen to be Hindus, majority. But the thing is, India actually has more Muslims than Pakistan.
That's
which
so
is
true.
crazy.
I heard about that.
So I guess I don't know the parallels you're trying to draw between the two.
I think you're just curious. There's
Yeah,
a
you're just
geographical
curious,
area
yeah.
that they drew, and they're
yeah,
fighting
so
for that area.
so the partition happened. It was colonized by the British, as you know.
Right.
The British controlled it until
They
they controlled the world. They did
controlled,
1/3.
like,
Yeah.
so
So
almost every conflict out there is probably because of them. When it going back to
even
like, the
even Israel,
Palestinian-
if you look up who drew the lines, it was the
Yeah,
British Empire in
go- go-
America.
going back to like the Palestinian like Israeli conflict, you know, like before, I think like it was like even way before that, it wasn't even like called Palestine or anything like that. When it comes like before like 1948, it was considered like it's like a part of like big Syria, they called it. And then at that time it was like the two big forces in the world. It was the French and you get like the British, and it happened that they met in that region and they were like, okay, you know what, we're just gonna like it was called like Sykes-Picot, that planning to like divide that region into like countries. And like, okay, the French, they were like, oh, I'll take like Lebanon, I'll take like this. And then the British, they took over what is it called, they called it Palestine, because like going back to that Roman age where it was called like Judea and Samaria at first. And then like to bigger proof to that is if we say like that Jesus existed in that land and he was born in that land and he was born into a Jewish family, then that means like, yeah, like the Jewish people, they were actually there like 2,000 years ago. So, and to that one like argument where they say that Jesus was Palestinian, that's like very false, because in so many scriptures in John, all that, they call him like, you, my teacher, you are the king of Israel. So like that's not.
Okay, so we went from Pakistan to Jesus. Let's stick to the question.
Oh,
at
no,
hand.
We ended that. We were talking about
So
the
you're-
British.
so
we
your
were
point-
talking about the British mandate and
So
how
your point here was, tell me if I'm wrong. You're saying that Jewish people have an ancestral claim to the land of Israel.
100%.
You're talking about thousands of years ago,
Thousands of years ago.
going back in history, right?
Yeah.
Let me draw the question from
Let
here,
me
okay?
just finish my point real quick. Who was there in 1948? Weren't there Palestinians living there peacefully? And then Israelis came because the Holocaust happened.
Mm-hmm.
British came together with the Americans, going back to your point about how the British create chaos. They said, oh, you guys used to live here 1,000 years ago. Let's go back. But the problem is there's a lot of Palestinians people living there.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously you know what happened in 1948, the whole war that happened, the consequential wars of the 60s, 70s, even the 90s, the war that's happening now. Your point, I hear when Jewish people say, I understand the love they have for Jerusalem. I understand the love they have
I think
for the land of Israel. I just don't
think
understand.
Everyone wants Jerusalem, whether if it's like the Muslims or the Christians or
Everybody
Jewish,
yeah.
everybody wants it.
The Christians, Muslims,
Yeah.
yeah. So I understand the love. I just don't understand how you can use that argument to say, yeah, I have the right to kick you out because I was here 2,000 years ago. I just don't understand that argument.
But that's not true, because whenever it was like the British mandate and it was like, okay, time where like, you know what, the Jewish people, they deserve to be sheltered. They deserve to be in their, you know, to run their own country, to, you know, they don't want them like scattered all over Europe or America or any other place. They want them specifically to be in the land that it was, that it belonged to them like 1,000 years ago or 2,000 years ago. It doesn't matter. And when that happened, the British, they came to the, because at the same time the Palestinians, they didn't run it by themselves. It was like the British, they were running everything. You know, are we clear on that? That
They had semi autonomy, but yeah, the British had a lot of power in that area,
If
like
you-
they did in so many parts of the world.
Can you name me like the president of Palestine before
I can't.
1948?
Can you name me the president of Pakistan? If you can't name me the president of Pakistan, then you can't have this conversation. I don't know the president. No, I don't know the name of the president. I'm sorry.
Because that applies to the conversation that it was just like, it was run by like nobody. It was like just people existed there, right?
But they were Palestinian people, though.
Okay, that's we don't disagree on that.
Yeah.
And
So
then
what's your point?
My point is like when it was like time to divide the land, they were like, okay, we want the Palestinian people to live 50-50 with the Jewish people, and then like everything will be good, right? So so that's when like the British, they kind of played it like the snake kind of thing, where they came to the Arabs and they were like, okay, you guys are running it by yourselves, and then they came to the Jewish people and they were like, okay, you guys, this land is yours. So that's like the same. If you know, if he tells you like, oh, I have a car for you outside, and he comes and tells me the same thing, and then we get there at the same time, we're like, okay, like we're fighting over this bitch, you know.
The thing is, the part that I struggle with the most is like, I know a lot of people, when you have this conversation, they bring up history. I know history is relevant, but what's happening now is Israel definitely exists, correct? Israel is has nuclear weapons.
Yeah,
it's the only
powerful.
country. It's the only country in the Middle East that has nuclear weapons.
Right.
Pakistan is not in the Middle East. Some people, you know,
Nah,
they don't
they're
know. Yeah,
tripping.
it's South Asia. They have
Yeah,
nuclear
South-
weapons,
yeah.
but it's in South Asia, so it doesn't
Yeah.
count. It's not part of the Middle East. So
No,
Israel
no,
is the
no.
only country that 100% has nuclear weapons. Israel is a powerhouse. They've
Right.
gotten billions of dollars from America. My point is,
I would say like billions of dollars from America. Like,
what do you mean you're
When-
not?
when
It's
when it comes to-
$318 billion. dollars.
okay, going back to like when like Jewish people like they controlled everything. Like, I don't even think it's like American money. It's probably like some like old Jewish money, if we're being real.
So you're saying
because if you say
What is
back
it?
to the conversation where like you say they run everything and they own like all the banks and all that, then
I
like,
never said that.
it's not-
I was just joking. He
I
said
said
that. That's the
Yeah, he said
moderator.
it.
That's the guy who's supposed to be non-biased. Our moderator for
That's
the
a fact. What do you mean?
I mean, it's
They do run a lot of. They are
I'm
the
saying
top
they only run
officials
the
of
weather.
all-
That's all I'm saying.
the
It's
weather.
only the
The
weather.
weather, come
It's
on.
the only the weather.
The fact that's the fact. So they literally the top and
So according to your argument, U.S. tax-paying dollars, they don't mean anything. Because the money that's going is from our taxes. I pay taxes. Part of my money goes to Israel because that's how taxes work.
also part of the money goes to the Palestinians. That's what people do not
But
mention.
if you compare the amount of money Palestinians have received versus Israel, there's no comparison. It's like $318 billion. You know the second country that after that, it's Egypt, 150 billion. 300 billion. Nobody's even close. I don't understand how.
You know why? I can give you like many reasons why. Because America in general, they are like the most powerful country in the whole world, and they want to have like some sort of how can I name it? They want like good allies. That they call Israel like their best ally, and I totally do not disagree with that, because Israel is. And when it comes to that kind of region, specific region where America like wanted to control for years, whether if it's like countries like Syria or, you know, like in like Iraq, you know, America like fought for years in Iraq. So like they want a country that's like reliable in between those countries, so they can assure the help, or they receive a lot of intelligence. It's known like the Mossad is the best intelligence system in the whole world. That's how like that's how America pays Israel a lot of money to get that intelligence.
But that intelligence told us there was weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. That was wrong.
There was.
There was no weapons of mass destruction in Iraq.
How do you think?
There was no there's actually no weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. That's a fact. Like, I can't even debate that.
They were on the edge of creating those when it comes. Bro, look it up. Like Saddam Hussein, like he talked about it like for.
There was no weapons
for
of mass
years.
destruction.
He threatened that he has, but he was.
So you fell for his threatening.
It was in the plan. I mean,
He's a great poker player.
It's not like I fell for his threatening, because he did invade another sister country. He invaded Kuwait.
Sure.
And of course, like someone like Israel, back to the conversation where like if he invaded another Arab Muslim country, how do you think he would do
Can
to,
I ask
to
you
a
a
Jewish
question?
country?
Going
that
back
he
to your
could-
point about how Israel is a great ally.
Yeah.
I disagree with that. What has Israel actually done for America? I can give you a number that America has had $318 billion. What has Israel actually done for America? Name me one thing that actually led to American prosperity that Israel has directly contributed towards.
I mean,
As a government, I'm not talking about like Israeli entrepreneurs. Amazing, I'm sure. I understand. I'm talking about the government of Israel. What has the government of Israel done for my betterment as an American?
I mean, when it comes to, let's think about it. Okay.
We got to think long because there's not. I can't think of a single thing, bro.
I mean, when it comes to like the startup like technologies or whatever, like I mean,
I'm talking about the government of
it
Israel. I'm
comes-
not talking about individual Israelis. I'm sure Israelis are very creative people. They are. Tel Aviv is a tech hub. I'm familiar with that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, what has the government of Israel done for America? Why am I giving them $313 billion?
Well, that's what I'm telling you. The first ever thing, it was like the intelligence that
But the
they
intelligence was
receive
wrong.
on a daily basis. How is it wrong?
There was no weapons of mass destruction in Iraq.
First of all, it wasn't based on intelligence. It was based on like
you just said it
whatever
was.
facts.
You just
I
said
mean,
it was based on Mossad's intelligence.
No, you're talking about the mass destruction, like
The weapons
thing?
of mass destruction in Iraq.
I don't think it was based on intelligence because
It was not based on intelligence.
It was literally on live TV where he was preaching. He was saying like, "Oh,
He
I'm
was just
gonna do
speaking
this."
Arabic, bro. He wasn't saying I got weapons of mass destruction.
Well, I can speak Arabic and I can understand whatever he said.
So
he was constantly saying, "I'm gonna destroy this. I'm gonna do this." And what he also like went in a war with another neighboring country. He was in a war with.
So what did that have to do with 9/11? Because I thought weren't we supposed to find the people who did 9/11? Who did 9/11?
It was them.
Who? The Iraqis?
It was Al Qaeda.
Yeah, and where was Al Qaeda? So it was 18 Saudi citizens, nationals that did 9/11. Saudi Arabia was attacked how many times in the last 25 years by America?
Not even once, probably.
Yeah. So then why were we in Iraq?
Well, like based on that thing again,
What thing?
it's an American. It's for the good of America because like whenever they invaded Kuwait, come on, like it's no secret that America has took over like all the oil.
Oh, so you're saying that Israel helped America steal oil from the Middle East?
I wouldn't say that. Like, I mean, America can do.
Well, I don't know what you're trying to say.
You're framing the
America-
question.
I'm just trying to
America
understand,
can,
bro.
America can do whatever they want. They can go like invade
Can
a
they?
country. Like,
Wait, hold
of
on,
course
hold
they
on,
can,
hold on.
with the power that they have.
I'm gonna moderate here, okay? He's saying that America's paying for information. Whatever America does with the information is on America. But if they want to pay Israel for that information, they're gonna pay Israel for that
So
information.
you're proving my point that it's horrible information.
But it doesn't matter, regardless. You asked him what has Israel done, and he's answering
I
the
asked
question.
what? No, I asked him a question. My question was, what has the government of Israel done to make my life as an American better?
How does that apply to like Israel in general, like your life in the U.S.? That's
But you're saying
Going back to-
Israel has been the greatest ally of America, and as an ally,
great-
it has to be mutual, right? A government has to help the other government out as well. What it seems to me is it's a one-way street. It's like we are obsessed with. It's like a girl we're obsessed with. We just keep DMing her. We keep giving her everything. We're going bankrupt. We'll go
Right.
to war for you. We'll steal people's money, hard-earning money, but in return, she won't even text you hi.
That's fucked
like
up.
she won't even see.
I
That's
wanna-
what it feels like to
I
me,
wanna-
bro.
but-
Israel is like that one girl you can never get.
No,
and
so-
she's
so-
ugly. Like, why are we even going for Israel?
Hey, going back to that point, bro. Israel is so beautiful. I was born and
Yeah,
raised
no,
out there.
I'm
Like,
joking.
We have the nicest beaches out
I
there.
agree. Israel's
And
a
at the
beautiful
same time-
country.
and
That
at
was
the
a
same time-
joke. Yeah.
At the same time, going like back to that, I mean,
I'm sure Israel's pretty.
like me saying that Israel is a great ally to America.
Yeah.
How it applies to that because they're in a region where there's not even one single country that's like reliable that they can like rely on other than Israel. If you look at Qatar right now, like that they say, oh, we have like a base there, or any of the other like United Arab Emirates, they are like funding Hamas and all these terrorist group constantly. So that's why they cannot be trusted. Like who are you gonna trust other than Israel? To that, it doesn't like apply. That means like, oh, if I live in America, like my life is gonna be better. How's that? It's
Hold on. I want to bring up a question. Okay, another question. Along the lines of the United States, what role should the U.S. play? Mediator, ally, or something else?
Say that slowly one more time.
Okay. What role should the United States play? Mediator, ally, or something else when it comes to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict?
Mediator.
How so?
They should mediate. Well, they're not mediating right now. America is just saying, Israel, what do you want? You want this? Okay, fine. I'll give it to you. It's like a piece of cake
when
for
it
them.
comes-
It's like a birthday present. What do you want today?
when it comes to that conversation. I mean, if I have someone who, like, back to that conversation, Israel or the Jewish people in general, they control like almost like maybe like whether if it's like financially or like you said the weather. For the benefit of the Americans, that they want to be on Israel's side and not the Palestinians, because like what did like any of the Arab countries, like beside like Palestine, what have ever they done to like, let's say like make your life better or something like that, like the people that you defend? And they have their own countries, they're run by their own government, they're run by their own people. So what did they, and they're like almost like combine them like 200 and 250 million people that live there, the Arab, and like they 100% run themselves.
So you're saying
what came out of that?
You're saying
Absolutely
the
nothing.
U.S. should be an ally for Israel
Oh, absolutely.
rather than a mediator.
Absolutely. When it comes to that discussion, like where there's a terrorist organization who completely abused a region and their people, like of course, like they're gonna be on Israel's side, especially when Israel did not start the war. They got surprised by that attack, and to that point, they said that, oh, how could the war stop? The war just stopped whenever they released the hostages. And whatever the ceasefire you tell me, no, the ceasefire was broken first by the Hamas members when they killed 3 Israeli soldiers the past, I'd say, like, what, week? That's not, how's that fair? No.
So I want to go back to your point. You just made a very crucial point. You said America supports Israel because they have Jewish people that run the world. Is that accurate to say?
Not the word. I would say not
You're
the
saying
world,
banking,
but they have
finances.
It's one word. They are very powerful in finance.
Okay, are they rich? Would that be fair to say?
Of course they are rich.
So you're saying America supports Israel because they're rich, and they don't support Palestine because they're poor. So that means we are okay with genocide happening because they're broke.
Not about that.
Let's get rid of these people. They're broke.
If you look at what Israel contributes to the society, or like the Jewish people in general, they're far more ahead than the Arab people. Like,
so if you can't contribute to society to the level the Jewish people can, you don't deserve to live.
No, that's not true. I said when it applies to that conflict between Hamas and Israel, of course, like America, who are they gonna support? A terrorist organization? Hell no. They were because when it goes to that terrorist organization, there's like some other connections to it where like America like suffered under, like whether if it's like Al Qaeda or any of these like ISIS, they both share the same pattern. Whether if it's like hiding behind civilians or
So the problem with your argument there is it's reductive. You're basically saying that Palestine is a terrorist group.
No,
because you're saying it's run by Hamas.
It's run by a terrorist group. I wouldn't say like the whole people are terrorists.
So that how many people do you think in Gaza? That's a genuine question. How many people do you think in Gaza are actually terrorists? There's 2.1 million people, right? Out of them, how many do you think are actual terrorists? What's your definition also of a terrorist?
The definition of a terrorist is someone who obviously like maybe have the ability to cause, let's say, a mass murder of some type of people, like whether if it's like based on like a religious or like you said it like a race background. That's the definition of like being terrorist, is you being able to cause some type of conflict between like like two people.
So I disagree with the definition because technically me and you have the ability to do that. We just refuse to do that.
How do we have the ability to do that?
We can go on the black market, get weapons, and literally shoot up a place. God forbid, allegedly, we can do that. So I think your definition. You're saying have they caused that?
It's not like it's more like of a mindset as well, right?
What do you mean? Define. Tell me.
It's a mindset where like, oh, I think I'm righteous to this land, and if you disagree with me, I'm gonna like just shoot you.
So your definition. Let me reframe and tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You're saying a terrorist in Gaza is somebody who has literally killed Israelis.
Who has killed Israelis or hasn't yet, or have like the intentions of it, and like they speak it loudly, because like out there like
hasn't yet is so broad though.
No, but hasn't, but they have
Intention?
the intention of it, and they speak it loudly. I mean, if you go like to any street in Gaza and they say like, who wants to kill Jewish people, they'll be like, I want to kill a Jew,
And the same goes for Israelis. If you look at the videos of the IDF soldiers, they will be more than happy. And it's not me saying it. You asked me what sources do I have in Gaza?
But the difference is that the Israeli soldiers, they have the ability. But they don't do it.
They do it though.
They don't.
They just did it.
When?
Look, let me give you a testimony of somebody who went. Anthony Aguilar is a U.S. veteran. Okay, he's an American citizen. He goes there for GHF. You know GHF, Gaza Housing Food Distribution Site that America has set up to help Palestinians.
Yeah.
He goes there. He literally witnessed IDF soldiers indiscriminately killing Palestinians just for funsies. He comes back, he quits the job site. Look at his testimony. He was there. He saw Israeli soldiers killing and celebrating Palestinian people. How is that not genocide?
When was that?
This was 3-4 months ago. He
3-4
quit.
months
He
ago.
came back. It's not just him. It's a whole bunch of other people.
He was in Gaza, right? You saying
He was in Gaza.
Uh-huh.
He was in Gaza. He has documented footage. He has pictures. He has evidence. He saw with his own eyes. This is a man who served the United States Army. The United States. I think he served in the special operation forces. I don't know if that's Marines or Navy. But
He's in the military.
He's in the military. He's
Special
in the American
forces
military.
can apply to like any
He's
brand.
he's an American veteran that was there. He saw IDF soldiers kill Palestinians, children, not just Palestinian children. So am I not supposed to believe him? I'm like everybody.
I mean, if they like kill it, like where's his footage? Where's like the gun wounds? Where's the?
I don't have it on me. You can look it up. Anthony Aguilar. Look up Anthony Aguilar. For anybody watching, look up Anthony Aguilar whistleblower testimony. It's very sad. I would literally, bro. 2 months ago, I was listening to him, and it literally brought me to tears because the stuff he talks about is so disgusting. It's like you can't. I don't understand how somebody in 2025 can have absolutely no regard for humanity, for children. What did the Gazan children do? Why is Israel killing children? That's what I don't understand. Why are you killing thousands of children? You're saying they already killed Sinwar, that the guy who did October 7, right? So then end the war. You already got the guy who did it.
That's not true.
So
That's not true. The whole thing about the war, like Israel attacking Gaza, wasn't just to like get that guy. Well, yeah, of course, like he
then
was
what's the goal?
responsible for it. The goal was like to take back the hostages.
And don't you have
that
all
they
the
kept-
hostages back now?
We do have them now. That's why the bombing stopped. That's why everything stopped.
No, it didn't.
And then
Israel
after
just
that-
killed 100 people 2 days ago.
They did not kill 100 people. That's not true. And
How is that
on
not
top
true?
of that, like there's so many
Fact check
sources
that,
where they
please.
It's
say
106. Yeah.
It's 106 people. The moderator just said Israel just killed 106 people.
how did it, like can you
Yeah,
look it up?
I can show you.
At the same time, when you said, I think you mentioned something about like bombing the humanitarian like aid site, right? But that also applies to when I said that
Sorry,
that
104.
Hamas they target like these
Hamas is evil, bro.
these
You had
trucks,
me.
and
The
they-
difference between me and you is I am agreeing to call out evil. I agree with you. Hamas is not
No,
good. They're
for
evil.
sure. But at the same time, like if we're talking about that, like Israel has the ability to like literally wipe out Gaza. And do you think Israel cares about like what the United Nations say any of that? Hell no.
Okay, this is NPR.
So you're just proving my points here.
It's
man.
not. I'm telling
You're
you,
saying
that
they don't
have-
care what the UN
That's
UN
what-
says.
That's why
They don't care about human rights.
Oh, that's why whenever like United Nations they come up with like a false like whether if it's a statement or anything in general like
What did they say about
accusing
Israel that was false?
You
Just
mentioned
curious.
you mentioned that like with any like international law under the United
It's all
Nations
fake.
that's no I won't say that,
Okay.
right? You said that you mentioned that
The International Court of Justice,
yeah,
International Criminal Court.
that
Yeah, they said
accused
war
Israel,
crimes are
they-
happening.
Yeah, they're
And they said
condemning-
Hamas was also doing war crimes.
I don't know. You never said that in the beginning, but like to what
Well,
you
no,
said.
I from the beginning I've said Hamas is evil.
Oh yeah,
I don't like
they're
Hamas.
evil, but you didn't say that the it came out. I mean, of course, like on an international level, it's known that these type of organizations, the one that cause everything, they control the people, they have.
So then why is
powerful-
Israel not the bad guy at all?
It's how are they the bad guy when they I'm telling you they have the ability to absolutely wipe Gaza. Did they do it? Of course not. They just during that war they were just trying to find the hostages. They were trying to fight the bad guy. They were trying to fight Hamas when Hamas was hiding behind their civilians. How can you fight a warfare like that where there's like a terrorist hiding in homes launching rockets from mosques or churches?
To that point, why isn't Israel going full out?
Yeah. Why do you think like Israel?
Because I think Israel isn't completely retarded. Like I've said on the podcast, they have tendencies to be very dumb in their foreign policy. Your argument is basically saying that, Israel could have killed 2 million people, but they decided, we'll leave it to 200,000. Official estimates say 78,000, so it's
But,
not
like-
technically a genocide. That doesn't make any sense because it is on paper. Like you're telling me, thank you guys for not killing everybody. We're only gonna kill 10% of you.
Less than 5%. 70,000.
That's still-
2.1. It's a lot of people. I'm just
it's-
clarifying.
How many Israelis got killed on October 7?
Bro, that's literally within maybe like 6 hours they managed to kill like 1,300 people. Imagine if they had more time than that. They would have absolutely
And out of those 1,200 people, how many were actually IDF soldiers?
1,300.
Out of the 1,000, was it 300 people that were
It was
killed?
it was like 1,300.
How many were IDF soldiers from that population?
Bro, probably like not even 200.
So that's where we disagree. Because according to
Look it up, because every base that was on the border, it had like almost like maybe 50, 60 troopers that were there, and it was like maybe like 3 or 4 bases. So that's like maybe like less than 200-300. And you get like the police officers that died during it, and then the rest were all just like civilians, and they were
you know
unarmed.
what? I'm gonna.
So in Israel, this is overall not on October 7th, but about 2,000 people have been killed, including about 900 civilians during October 7th terrorist attacks, and at least 913 IDF soldiers.
No, 913. That's over the course of 2 years. But we'll talk about like the civilian casualties that just happened that day. Within like the 8 hours, it was like 900. He said, which is
Since
a
the war
crazy
began.
number. Come
What
on.
I've heard is, and again, like I'm not an expert on what happened on October 7th, but what concerns me is the Israeli propaganda after October 7th. They said kids were mutilated. They said rape happens. There was no. They made this stuff up. A lot of this stuff was made up.
They did not make this stuff up.
How? There was no images. All the images they showed of.
I can literally show you images, and the people who recorded it, it was like the GoPros that they found on like some dead Hamas motherfucking member.
So
like,
there were dead babies. Was that true? Because that's what they were saying.
There's literally videos of it where like there was a pregnant lady. They literally took the unborn baby out of, and then they absolutely slaughtered it in front of the mom. And they had like the husband, I think he was like strapped or something, and then they made him watch his wife and his unborn baby absolutely get murdered, and then they killed him after that. Come on, we can't.
Listen.
If you said in the beginning, that's like very contradicting right now. Like when you say like, oh, like Hamas is the bad guy, but at the same time, like you don't agree when they say.
No. Hold on. Let me rephrase.
Like I'm telling you, they are right now committing public executions in their own people. Do you think like they would have not done that in Israel? They would absolutely do the worst.
What
thing
I'm
possible
concerned
there.
about is
They can.
At the beginning, I said it was a terror attack. It was disgusting, and I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying there was Israeli propaganda that I believe they exaggerated what Hamas actually did.
Yeah.
And from the reports that I have seen, the original claims of Israel that they were dead babies, there was instances of rape and mutilation, that those were exaggerated, and it was never proven. Did innocent people die? 100%. Is Hamas evil? 100%. I'm just concerned that you can't trust anything the Israeli government says because they have such a track record of lying.
So if
they're
you
like
say,
Pinocchios.
If you say that there's like innocent people that died, like what does it matter? What does it matter? Like how
it
they
matters
got killed
because
or anything
of
like
the
that?
image Israel created for the world. They created an image
because it was documented by the Hamas members. Like it was. I can like show you so many videos right now.
I'm not gonna disagree
anybody,
with you.
There's that one movie, October 7th. That was it's a bunch of videos that was like that took place that time and it was taken by like GoPros that Hamas members had. So for anybody who want to look it up, do it.
I'm not gonna
October 7th?
like October 7th massacre, like something.
Okay.
So
we're agreeing that Hamas is evil, that they did a bunch of disgusting stuff. My point though was
why when it comes to like killing babies and all that, like they don't do it? Oh, all of a sudden they're innocent. They don't do it. Of course,
I never said they're innocent. I'm just saying Israel, the government of Israel, exaggerated what happened on October 7th for the purposes of power and control, so that they could sell their genocide idea to America, to the rest of the world, and they did. American politicians bought in. They were like, "Oh my God, Hamas!" They can't even pronounce Hamas, but it's disgusting to see. And they bought into Israel's idea, Israel's propaganda, and guess what? 2 years in, people are seeing, the whole world is seeing what Israel is doing. Why do you think so many people are anti-Israel? Because they're seeing the images, like you said, the images of October 7th. They're seeing the images of babies starving, of babies getting killed.
At the same time, I remember when there's like hella footage of that too. When the border was breached, and Hamas was working inside of Israel, and whether if it's like they were piling some bodies or just gather like some people, some hostages, and like taking them back to Gaza, it was the whole like Gazan street, like the people there, they acted like they're even like worse than the Hamas members. And to that point, whenever like the border was breached too, so some of the Gazan civilians, they were inside Israel, whether like if they stole like a tractor or like they took part in like killing the innocent civilians. So like I would say.
So how many? Going back to my question, how many people do you think in Gaza are actually terrorists? Give me a percentage or number.
A percentage, I would say like, because like it's it's also a mindset. Like we agreed on that. It's a mindset.
We disagree. I don't think that's a good definition for a terrorism.
But you said right now that me and you could like go and like commit something if we want, right?
Yeah,
So it's a
technically.
mindset.
That's why I'm saying it's such a terrible argument to make, is because you're saying just because somebody has the ability to do something, they are something. No, just because I have the ability to kill him does not make me a murderer.
Yeah,
if I actually commit the murder, that's what makes me the murderer.
Yeah, but see that's where we kind of like disagree, because
How so? What are you trying? I'm trying to understand what you mean.
like, yeah, like we might have like these thoughts, right, and these intentions, but we don't like really like speak it out loud. So I would not know like what do you think. But whenever it comes to the streets and like the civilians and like saying, oh, I want to kill the Jews, I want to slaughter the Jews, then it's pretty clear to me that they're up to like some terrorist shit.
So
right?
then, how many people do you think in Gaza are actually terrorists?
20 to 30,000 fighters before October 23. As of now, 16,000, 18,000.
Because the rate of assassinations of actual fighters is 17%. Israel's death rate is 83% civilians. Mm-hmm. So Israel, out of 100 people that they kill, 83 are innocent civilians, and 17 are actually so-called Hamas soldiers.
Well, going back, that's their technique that they use, where like they would just use people as human shields. No, didn't we agree?
So
on that?
it's well, hold on a second. So just because somebody is trying to use something as a human shield means, oh yeah, it's on them, it's not on us. I thought Israel was the most militarily advanced country. Isn't it on them to go around it, find an alternative solution? Because you're so advanced, you're so good at everything. Why can't you find an alternative to not killing babies?
That's the thing.
What's the thing?
I can try to explain it a little bit and like shorten, but when it comes to like, yeah, there's no secret that like, but both sides now hate each other on a very high level, and like to the point where like they don't really like
have regard for life.
Yeah, like have regard for life, or at the same time like they're not gonna find difference between a civilian and, because at the same time, if you think of it, Hamas, they like after the October 7th, yeah, they had like gear and like they had like all these like combat vests and all that, but after that, well, if you go like to Gaza or something like that, they're gonna be dressed as humans. So if Israel kills like one of a Hamas member, they're gonna count it as, oh, he's just a civilian. No, he's not a civilian. He was a Hamas member dressed as a civilian.
So babies can be Hamas members?
I wouldn't say. I never see like.
So then, what's the age cutoff to be a Hamas fighter?
Like,
I'm just curious. I'm just understanding your definition of terrorism.
I would say like that there's no like age to that, but at the same time, like
there is no age to that.
Where do you? Because they could be 60, they could be 50, they could be anything.
So
right?
they could be a 5-year-old Hamas terrorist.
I would say they could be a 5-year-old. They can't even.
So then why are you killing 5-year-olds? So Israel is. They're killing 5-year-olds. They're killing 2-year-olds. They're killing babies. They're starving them. Why?
To that point, because that's also war. If there's like some of these casualties, yeah, I feel so sorry for. But
it's not some. It's 83%. That's the rate.
That's not true.
That is true.
Like you say,
innocent.
Like 5-year-old.
Not. I'm not 83% sure.
Innocent,
I'm saying 83%
like,
innocent.
really innocent. It could be
women
like
and children.
because Hamas members are just like
so
civilians.
You haven't answered my question though. Like, what is how many people in Gaza
I would say,
are terrorists?
I would say like up to 80%.
80%.
Up to 80%.
So you're saying 1.6 million people in Gaza are terrorists?
Basically, whether if it's like the moms,
1.6 million people are terrorists. Do you think if 1.6 million people were terrorists, wouldn't you think they'd be able to invade another country if they all just banded together?
They can't.
So you basically what you just said is has no truth at all. Like you can't.
So the U.S. National Counterterrorism Center has said 20 to 30,000, and that 16 to 18,000 Hamas members are left. That's what they said.
16,000. So
it's less than 1%.
But you disagree because you think 1.5 million people more to go.
Oh, because that 1.5 million you're talking about, like just like almost like whether if it's like age range comes from like 5-year-old to like
there's 2 million people. You said 1.6 million are terrorists. That's crazy.
Because it's been going on for like what 7 years. So it's like generations. So whenever like that 5-year-old becomes like a 17-year-old, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna become a doctor?
So are you saying because I'm assuming you're saying anti-Semitic, right? That people in Palestinians that hate Israelis, are you considering them terrorists? Because I would say probably 80% of people in Gaza hate.
There's like, bro, people hate like each other on a daily basis. Yeah. It's not like the.
No. I'm just trying to understand because he asked how many are Hamas terrorists in Gaza, and you said 80%. But I think you're combining two things. One is a terrorist that murders people or has intent to murder. and then one just has hate for another party. Are you combining those two things?
Yes, I am.
You are, okay.
Yes.
So because your definition of a terrorist is somebody who thinks of things.
Because
So you just have to think. You can't even do. You just think.
see, like the thing is because whenever it comes to having like weapons and all that, trust me, if all of them they had weapons, they would have definitely all of them invaded Israel, because all the civilians that came in and like whether if they like stole like some like equipment or like they took part in like the butchering.
But doesn't
it's the
Hamas
same
have
thing.
weapons? Don't they have these remarkable tunnels filled with like the most beautiful weapons and aids and food?
No.
Why haven't they used all this
No,
material?
that's why. One thing
Hamas,
is
the
they
all-powerful mighty
they cannot,
force.
They cannot provide it to the whole city or the whole region. Why?
So Hamas
Because
is
it
not
could-
that powerful.
It could be no. They absolutely they have like all these weapons, but like
They
do
have all these
do
weapons.
Do they give it out? Of course not. That's when it kind of creates like conflict between the people. And obviously, like, let me ask you this: let's say like if we wake up tomorrow, you think Israel's gonna be done? You think the war is gonna be done? You think the conflict's gonna be done? If we wake up tomorrow, Israel is not there. It's just Palestine. You think the whole conflict is done? What do you think?
When I wake up tomorrow,
Honestly.
I think Israel's gonna kill more innocent people, like it has.
No,
been for
no,
the
no,
last
no,
He's
two
saying
no,
the
years.
Israeli government
Answer my
is
question.
gone.
What?
Let's say like the Jewish people are not there. No Israelis, no Jewish people are in that
Oh.
region. It's just basically the Palestinian and the Arabs. You think everything will be okay?
Well, what's the conflict then? It's just the Arabs there.
Okay. So what do you think? So you think it's everything's good?
You're
Everything's,
saying, okay, let me understand. Hypothetically, you're saying if Israel goes away magically, if all the Jewish people living in Israel go away, and it's just Palestinians living there, would the conflict go away? Yeah, it would, because the conflict is between Israelis and Arabs.
Okay. I'm gonna sit this one right here.
Okay.
It's a very like a sensitive topic for me. Like I definitely like wanna. You can just like play. Can you just right here?
Yeah, just put it here.
Yeah. Because well, to your point, no, the conflict would not be over if we woke up tomorrow and the Jewish people are not there. Why? Because it's been going on for years where like Arabs they're gonna find like somewhat conflict to like fight over, or like a civil war, like just because of like religious groups or anything like that. Let's say the Sunnis and the Shia. Do you think they like each other?
No, they don't. But you're basically making it. You're just going off on tangents. So you're saying hypothetically, if America goes away, what are you trying to say? Like your analogies are not like adding up here, bro.
No. If Israel, if we wake up tomorrow, Israel is not there, the problem is solved.
Yeah, because it's between Israelis
Bro,
and Palestinians.
they're gonna be killing each other, and that happened over the years.
So
where
do you think
Fatah-
Arabs are just
where-
violent people? Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't say like that they're very violent.
You're
people,
already
but, like,
saying 1.6 million Palestinians are terrorists. That's what you've said on this
oh,
podcast.
they proved this on so many occasions. And
So
it's,
so the Arabs are. Do you think Arab people are inherently violent?
I wouldn't say that, but I would say one thing.
So then how
Over
are
the years-
1.6 million of them terrorists?
Over the years, bro, Arab people do not just exist in Gaza.
yeah, they
Like,
exist everywhere.
They exist like all around the Middle East.
Sure.
Right? And what do you think happened? What do you think about the Syrian situation?
Sure, it's horrible.
Yeah, but what do you think? What do you actually think of it? Like what?
What do you want me to tell you? Like it's horrible.
Do you have like any idea of what happened?
Yeah,
in, like,
I know.
800
Bashar al-Assad used chemical weapons to kill innocent civilians. The civil war has been happening, and a
Okay.
new leader who's very conservative has taken over. They're trying to fix their country. I don't understand what that has to do with your argument, which basically is hypothetically based. It's based on innuendos. It's based on just the imagination. Like, I don't know what
That's
you're
not
trying
true,
to do
but
here.
If you look at it too, there's like.
What's
bro,
your point?
Do you know about like the Palestinian history between like these groups that were trying to lead, like whether if it's like in the West Bank or in Gaza, there were like it's not just Hamas.
There's been
There was, like
conflict.
there has been conflicts where they actually absolutely slaughtered each other.
So your point, to tell me if I'm wrong, you're saying
So
Arabs...
no. My point is
What's your
that
point?
because now Israel is there, they have a mutual enemy, right? Or like.
So you're saying...
Can we agree on that? And
No, we're not gonna agree on that.
whenever no,
can't-
between because like the Palestinian people they're like divided by like one like oh I like Hamas, the other one oh I like I want to follow the Jihad al-Islami, and the other one oh I want to follow Fatah, because there's like a couple there's like hella groups of them, and they all share the same enemy right now right now, and if they wake up tomorrow and Israel's not there, they're gonna kill each other. Who's gonna be in power? You can literally ask any Arab person out there. He would like be like, okay, yeah, you're right.
Listen, here's my point. Arabs or divided. Sure. Does division mean you're inherently a violent person? No.
That's not. I never said that. But
you're saying
but they would absolutely use violence to solve that issue.
So then,
to
bro, come on, you're contradicting yourself. You're saying
it's not gonna. They would use. It's been like that where like, oh,
you're saying Arabs are violent people.
I don't like Bashar al-Assad now because he comes from a minority group. They're called the Alawite, and the majority of Syria it was Sunnis. So they were like, okay, no, we're not liking the fact that he's not one of us and he's running the country. We're gonna do like a civil war.
You just said that 1.6 million Gazans are terrorists, and now you're telling me that I don't think Arabs are violent people. And now you keep giving me examples of if Israel's not there, Arabs are gonna keep killing each other. But I'm supposed to believe that
absolutely.
So then you agree with me that you're basically saying that the Arabs are violent people.
It's not that they would use their very first thing is not to like sit down and talk about it. Their very first thing is absolutely go against each other.
Okay, so they are violent people according to you. Just
absolutely.
say it. If
absolutely.
So they are now. So they are violent
okay,
people.
If you want to like make it like that, then
I want you to be honest, bro. I have nothing.
I'm from that region. It's like they literally like they absolutely don't care about each other. It's been like that. It's been like that for years. Where like it's a pattern now. Where if there's no Israel, I'm absolutely gonna kill my neighbor. Even if he's not Jewish or anything like that. He's a Muslim like me. But I'm gonna find a difference, like if it's like he's like a Alawite or a Shia or like a Sunni. It's been going on like that.
So that's my problem, and that's my biggest fear. What's happening in Israel? It's like these young people like you guys believe that the people of Gaza are horrible. They want death to Israel. They are terrorists, and that leads your government, who represents you, to commit a genocide because you don't think these people are humans. Well, you think they're animals, like the defense minister Yovan. I forget the guy's name. Initially, he was removed, but that's what he said. He said Palestinians are human animals. Benjamin Netanyahu calls Gaza a city of evil. So like it's when you have those like beliefs about another group of people, no shit, you're committing genocide. You on this podcast have literally proved the two conditions of genocide: intent and execution. The intent of that 1.6 million people who live in a territory are all terrorists. That it literally fulfills the condition of genocide. So Israel wants Palestinians to literally be exterminated.
It's no secret that they have like they are terrorists or they have like terrorist intentions. True. But like that doesn't mean like Israel's gonna like be taking care of them and all that. They just wanted their hostages back, and whenever they achieved
you have the hostages
they backed
back.
Away. Okay, yeah.
But they just killed. He just killed 100. They just killed 100 people 2 days ago.
But Hamas was the first to break the ceasefire.
It's always Hamas. That's what I'm saying. It's always Hamas.
Who broke it. Of course they are. And when you have like a big crowd in Gaza that supports them, well, yeah, that's gonna be the outcome.
My thing with you, bro, is you made some points that I understand your perspective, but a lot of them are contradictory. On one hand, you're saying Hamas is powerful. You're saying Hamas is not powerful. You're saying Israel does a lot, but you're saying also Israeli intelligence sucks. You're saying
I never said that the Israeli intelligence is the best in the world. That's all I gotta say. And they never.
But you just said Israel. When I asked you,
destruction like weapons. That was never in Israeli intelligence. That was literally based on. No, it wasn't Mossad. It was
Benjamin Netanyahu. There's literally Benjamin. Okay, that's just not true because Benjamin Netanyahu testified in front of Congress. He's been warning about Iran having nuclear weapons. He was the guy who said. He was the guy who said there's weapons of mass destruction. He's the guy who wants America to literally waste dollars in the Middle East. Come on.
That's not true. To the point
what's this loyalty with Benjamin Netanyahu?
To the point. To your point about Iran. America wasn't even involved in like the attack on Iran. It was like literally just based on the Mossad and their intelligence.
I thought we used America. It was our fighter jets.
Okay.
That's not true.
We can get to that in a second, right?
But let's get to it right now because you brought it up.
No, that's why I'm explaining it. You know.
Okay.
So whenever it was the war was about to break between Iran, it was like literally on the edge.
I remember.
What did Israel do? You remember what happened?
Well, here's what Israel was trying to do. Israel was trying to convince America to let's just go bomb Tehran.
No. Okay.
That's what they were trying to do.
Okay. No. That's not the discussion.
What is the discussion?
Whenever the war was about to start between Iran and Israel,
correct.
Donald Trump was very against it. He was like, Israel, don't do this. Don't attack. Don't aggravate. Or don't, he was constantly.
But they did
warning them.
aggravate. They bombed the ambulance in Tehran.
No, that's not. Okay,
That's what they did.
But see, like you're not even letting me talk, bro. It's like you're just jumping from like the first of the month to
Because
like
you're
the
speaking
17th
about
of the month.
different tangents.
No, it's
you're
not.
Going
It's,
off
it's
on...
the same.
Okay, go talk for the next
Iran,
5 minutes.
right?
I want to hear you out.
You were talking about Iran and all that. So like what happened exactly in Iran? It was like the Mossad, they did an inside job there, and they neutralized the defense system, which allowed their airspace just to absolutely be taken over by Israeli fighter jets, because Israel's that's what they do. Like that's their most powerful thing, is that they have the best pilots. It's known. So, and that allowed America to be like, okay, now Trump was like, I want to take credit in it too. I want to send the B-2 bombers, because I mean the job was almost, I mean I wouldn't say like the job was done. We definitely needed those B-2 bombers, because they're the one who can like penetrate and like kill, like absolutely wipe out all that neutral facility that they had.
Those are the only bombers in the world that can do that, and America has them. Israel doesn't, correct?
Israel doesn't.
So then America basically gave them everything they needed to get the job done.
But the war wasn't just between Iran and Israel. It was constantly the Iranian regime. It was saying death to America and threatens America. So it wasn't just Israel, you know? So, and then when that happened, when America saw the opportunity that, oh, their defense system was neutralized by the Mossad, they were like, okay, that's like an easy job. We just send the B-2 out there and like we bomb it. Isn't that what happened?
I'm so confused. My point was, I was just telling you that Benjamin Netanyahu has been warning America of all these problems.
And they had the nuclear facility.
Let me finish
I don't know what
real
you're
quick.
talking about. And they had all these scientists and all that, which they ended up killing.
Yeah. So apparently, so there's no nuclear weapons in Iran now, or there still are?
No,
Is it completely gone?
That's one thing that the media, I don't know how they like portrayed it to the people, or it's because Iran, even after that, until now they're still like threatening to like another like wave of like missiles or whatever. So I wouldn't know. Back to that Saddam Hussein, whenever you say that he had like mass
He did not have any weapons of mass destruction.
yeah, but if you let's say like I tell you that, oh, I have an AR at home, I have an AR-15 at home, like don't try to tempt me, don't, like I'm gonna like come and shoot you, you know, and then I actually don't, right? But then you come after like you neutralize the danger of like me using it, and then you find out, oh, okay, he actually doesn't have it. So like,
but in your
it applies the same on
it doesn't.
Iraq.
Hold on, let me stop you there, because your analogy.
When Saddam Hussein, he was constantly threatening the peace and prosperity in that region, and he also like started a war with Iran and he lost. He started a war with Kuwait and he went and invaded.
So what is why does America need to involve themselves and kill 1 million Iraqis? What does that have to do with anything?
That doesn't have anything to do with anything.
But it did, because Israel
America
kept saying that we have weapons of mass destruction, and America bought Israel's lie. Israel was directly involved. Israel wants America to basically create havoc in the Middle East so that Israel can thrive.
At the same time, America, like they didn't go in Iraq because, oh, they like Israel so much. It's because Saddam Hussein's government, they went and invaded Kuwait, which is like a big oil facility that's, you know, taken over by the U.S. Okay, now you stepped on like the American tail and like their source of oil. So now America's gonna be like, okay, whatever is he doing, we're just gonna go out there and bomb him. And that's what happened, because like he went in like the American business, and he was like, okay, that oil should belong just to the Arab people, which like I get it, because he's Arab and he doesn't want like the natural resources to go to like foreign countries, like if it's like America or Britain, you know.
Wait, well, why do you think that's important?
Because it was based off of that when he invaded Kuwait. That
no, but why do you think he doesn't want to give away his country's resources to another country? Just for the sake of it. Why do you think that's important?
I mean, it doesn't. Listen, at the end of the day,
when I'm just asking you a simple question.
You
made a good point. You're saying a country's leader didn't want to give away his resources to another country.
But it's not.
Why
is
that important?
It's not his. He's not the one to say it. It's not his country.
Okay, so now it's Kuwait. You're going back on your argument. We can't have.
Kuwait is a neighboring country that's like also Arab, but that doesn't mean like they share like the same. Like the same like government or anything like that.
Listen, bro. Here's the deal. I think we should come. If you have any more questions, we can continue. But my biggest, you're before we started this podcast,
Yeah.
you're a really likable guy. You still are.
Come on, bro.
You're a likable guy. You hoop. My concern for you and so many Israeli people is that you guys have honestly, and I don't mean this as a sign of like, oh, you guys are lesser than anybody. You've just been brainwashed. And if anybody's watching this podcast, I know because you lived in Israel.
Lived that reality. Come
you
on.
lived there.
But
Wait, let me finish. Wait,
I lived amongst the Arab people. I never lived with the Jewish people.
I'll let you have your
to
final
begin
word.
with.
Just let me finish.
Yeah.
You're a likable guy. You hoop. We had a great conversation before the podcast. And I honestly was worried. I was like, man, this guy's a normal dude. He's going to agree with everything I have to say. What are we going to have to debate about? And then this debate continued. And I was like, it's not you. Israelis are not these evil people. It's you guys have been brainwashed by your government to such a degree that you view Arabs, you view people of Gaza as just bad and like terrorist. That's what you view Gazans as. And it's, well, let me finish.
You got it.
And it's concerning because the government has brainwashed so many of you that you're okay with innocent babies and women dying. You're okay. You're saying, oh, it's 100,000, could have been 1 million. Give ourselves a pat on the back. We could have done 2 million, but we're only doing 100,000. And it's sad to see because my government is so dumb. My government is so dumb because AIPAC is an organization that Israel supports, okay? Not directly, but indirectly they support. And they contribute to elections and campaigns of U.S. politicians from both political parties. I looked up the number of how much money AIPAC spent, and it's Super PAC, UDP. They spent $127 million in last year's elections.
That's not a lot.
That is, what are you talking?
Qataris spent billions of dollars.
No,
Qataris did
that's
spend
just not
billions
true.
of dollars.
That's not true,
That
bro.
is true. Look
They
it
gave
up.
Trump a plane, which Israel should do as well. They should give
Bro,
us a plane.
they
Give us
gave him a
something.
big-ass plane.
But
Come on,
AIPAC
bro.
has spent $126 million and its Super PAC on U.S. elections. And it's no wonder that that America is okay with Israel's genocides because AIPAC is in the pockets of almost every single member of Congress. They literally cannot say no to Israel. And I feel bad for you because you're genuinely a very good guy. I can see you're a hardworking person. You've just been brainwashed on this issue, and there's nothing I can say to you that's going to change your mind. And I don't know why that is because you're a normal dude, bro.
I know.
You understand, humanity. It can't be that Arab people are violent.
Bro.
You can't just say that.
But then, like on top of that, like if we compare, like when I said, like, oh, whether if it's like violence or anything like that, if you look at the dynamic of how Israeli people live, I told you before, there's 2 million Arab people that live inside Israel, and they get the same right and even better rights than the Jewish people, because when it comes to like an 18-year-old Arab guy versus an 18-year-old Jewish Israeli guy, this guy has to go to the military. This guy can just like start off his life. Just
Come
like
on,
any
bro. You know
normal
that's not.
American.
Be real with me.
Yeah.
Do Palestinians living in Israel is it really the same life as an Israeli person?
Bro, I lived it. I grew up. I grew up in Tarshiha. It's an Arab village, 100%. And
Your experience. That's what I'm saying.
my experience is.
I'm sure you had a
bro,
great experience, but that doesn't mean that
absolutely.
everywhere in Israel you go, it's the same experience.
Everywhere you go, it's the same experience. On top of that, it's when it comes to violence, if you go to the Arab community inside Israel, they're absolutely killing each other. I swear, bro, and it's so, it hurts me so much because I've seen people get killed from my neighborhood, from my city, from my village, like, and it's constantly, and they're the same ones who oh, we want our own government. We want our own like Arab bro. If you guys get y'all own Arab government, y'all absolutely killing each other. Thank God for the Jewish people because they're the one who controlling it and preventing all that massacre from happening.
So Saudi Arabia is a Muslim majority country. Are they killing each other?
Bro, they don't even have anything to eat out there. Like, you know.
Saudi Arabia is one of the most economically developed countries.
Yeah, if you look at the government, but if you look at the people, they.
So you're saying so Saudi Arabia is what are you trying to say? They're not. The thing is, here's my concern for you, bro. It's like you're generalizing the Middle East.
See, the thing is between when it comes to Saudi Arabia and Qatar,
UAE.
They also both. The Saudis and Qataris, they have a conflict, but like, you know why it's not like breaking out and all that? Because the Americans are there.
Can I tell you something? You're saying just because a group of people have problems and differences, and yeah, sometimes they kill each other, that they deserve to be killed by somebody else because they would have done it anyways.
No,
that's what you're saying.
No, if that October 7th did not happen, you think Israel would have went into Gaza? Hell no. They have no business in going there, bro. They like 913 soldiers got killed in the battlefield. Do you think Israel wants that? Absolutely not.
So then why doesn't Israel just stop the war? They've killed enough people. Why do you guys keep going?
Well, like,
What's the point of keep going? You've already killed so many people.
To your point,
You
right
have the
now, they are
hostages
still-
back.
they got the hostages back, but there's still like the remains of the bodies that they don't even know where they buried them. Like they're still looking for it, and they're doing all these, they're trying to find them. And when that happened, that's when like Hamas, like they shot Israeli.
But so see,
forces.
you guys keep changing the goalposts. Before it was
Oh.
give the hostages back. Okay, now it's not just give us back the remains of the people who died. Now it's something else.
It was based on that. When I told you that the ceasefire broke because like the Israeli forces, the brigade, that small brigade was still there because there is some.
I couldn't find that, by the way.
They're doing. Yeah, I can find here.
If you could pull it up. And I also want to go ahead, look that up. I also want to say,
Yeah.
Israel.
Are we still recording on the phones? I just want to make sure that the battery hasn't run out.
Yeah, Israel has donated $58 million in the last election cycle, and the
Wait, hold on.
Qatar,
What do you say Israel has? What do you mean Israel?
Israel's lobby,
What is Israel's lobby?
lobbying.
Who? Like what group? Because AIPAC is different from Israel. AIPAC is actually not a registered foreign.
Pro-Israel PAC's contributions to candidates.
Okay. So
Okay.
what amongst these? What does it include? You know.
Received over 58 million. Let me just state the numbers.
Okay.
Over $58 million from Israel. Qatar, the lobbying group, donated $7.8 million, but there was a $400 million Boeing aircraft deal to the U.S. government,
Which
in the
was
cycle.
done under President Trump when
Under
he was
Trump.
elected. So that has nothing to do with the election contribution. That's a gift that Qatar gave. You see, Qatar actually gifts its allies planes. What does Israel gift us?
See, the thing is that.
But there was legal implications with that.
Yeah, it's horrible.
it's
Trump
not
shouldn't be.
ethical.
And it was a personal gift to Trump.
Yeah.
It was a
It's a
personal gift
personal
to
gift,
Donald
but
Trump,
at
which is
the same
horrible. It's a
time-
conflict of interest.
That's a different topic because whenever that happened, they brought in the new Syrian president, which I don't even know who elected him. He just like elected himself. They brought him in because he was, he's known as like Al Qaeda member and he's a terrorist.
So is Benjamin Netanyahu not a war criminal? He's a
Hell no.
terrorist. He's not?
No, he's not.
Why is he not a war criminal?
What does make him? Because he's running a country now that's.
Well, he's
that's in a
leading
war?
a country that's committing a genocide on innocent people. This is not according to me. This is according to the International Court of Justice.
Yeah.
This is according to the International Criminal Court that has an arrest warrant on Benjamin Netanyahu.
Why haven't they arrested him yet? He was here. He was in New York.
If he comes
was
to
in
New
everywhere.
York City under Zoran Mamdani, he'll be
He was-
arrested.
I don't think. If that ever happens, like you would see like a civil war happen, bro.
Civil war happening? Why?
Bro,
But why?
out
It's,
here-
don't you think the world should have international laws that all countries abide by?
No, absolutely.
So
but
then why doesn't Israel abide by international laws
But
and
then
rules?
but then you get like there's like on a federal level, which is like the highest in America. No, when it comes
We're
to
talking about
the-
international laws.
Yeah,
and
international law.
regulations.
But no, you were talking about like if he comes to New York, and and then,
Zoran Mamdani says he's going to arrest him. If he
yeah,
becomes
well
mayor.
he says that who's gonna arrest him? Like New York PD, Absolutely
NYPD,
not.
sure, they can.
They're not gonna do that. Absolutely not.
Well, if the mayor tells them to, they have to.
Yeah, but there's also a federal.
I would love to see him be arrested.
There's a
Why do you
federal
love
division.
Benjamin Netanyahu
Bro,
so much?
bro,
What has he done
Netanyahu's-
for you?
Bro, he did a lot of things.
Like
I mean,
what? What does he actually? Because he's people
he
in
right
Israel
now,
actually hate him.
He just assured.
He's one of the most corrupt leaders in Israeli history.
I mean, if you look at it,
He rigs
yeah.
he rigs the way he comes to power. He has literally abused power on so many instances. People in Israel don't like Benjamin Netanyahu. Why do you love him so much?
Can I answer?
Yeah.
Well, to your point, well, Benjamin Netanyahu, I mean, he was his resume like speaks for himself. He was in Sayeret Matkal, like the most like elite special forces out there. I mean, he's not just like any normal guy that you can just like talk shit to, or it's like he's done it, just like how you see like Putin, like Russia's president, as he was like a KGB and he was he was like elite or whatever. Netanyahu is on the same level and even a little bit better from like how he handled all these threats that like occurred after October 7th.
Well, what about
like
October 7th
it's-
itself?
if it's from
Why couldn't he stop that?
I mean, anything can happen. That happened October 6th, 1974, where like all these Arab countries, whether if it's Egypt or Syria, they both attacked, like that war where it was very bloody and it was very tragic to the Israeli people because it was like for like 20 days, it was just.
But didn't they have intelligence and Benjamin Netanyahu ignored the intelligence?
see, like until now, people like you can't like figure out these things. These things
But you
that
can't,
take
because
time.
intelligence leaked intelligence reports from Israel that said that they were planning something, and the government of Netanyahu consistently ignored it.
I think I saw about that. I think.
So what do you think about
I saw
that? Isn't
something.
it a government? Isn't it a leader's job to stop terrorist attacks? And if you have intelligence reports, to act upon it instead of just being blindsided like they were. Israel was blindsided, and I feel sad for the Israeli people. Like they had no idea what was coming because the government of Israel refused to do anything.
It's
about
very
it.
tough because they're until now we talk, and maybe like until the next month they're still investigating these things. Like there's no like final answer about what actually happened.
So don't you
whether
think
if it's like the military ignored like some of these intelligence, or like the prime minister he like ignored it, nobody knows. Like there was something that happened that was like wrong. So because I think like Israel has like a really like high technology in general, but
can't it use its high technology to avoid killing babies and women?
I think so, but not in that position where like you get like a whole city. You know how like Gaza is built?
Gaza is very densely populated. It's 141 square miles.
Okay.
Which means that it's really hard.
It's really hard.
But
see?
you are the most militarily advanced, one of the most military advanced countries. You have high technology.
Yeah, high technology. But how are you gonna use like this technology when like you get like tunnels and like literally like tunnels that are like built just.
That's the point of technology, to figure out the holes in the ground.
But these holes are sometimes in houses, right? That's why do you see like these houses are like absolutely like flat. Because,
let me ask you, what do you think Benjamin Netanyahu wants the war to continue so he can be in power for longer? Is that a possibility?
I don't think so. If you look at Netanyahu right now, he's very tired. I mean, he's old. He's like 75 or 76 years old. He just turned like 76 like
He looks
last
younger
week.
than that.
But age doesn't
Yeah.
matter for these people.
I
They
mean,
want, dude,
he
you don't
doesn't-
think he wants power? You think he wants to leave office?
I don't. Even if there's like an election that happens and he doesn't get elected, like so what? He's not. That's not the whole purpose of it.
So you think so what is Benjamin Netanyahu fighting for then?
Well, the main purpose he was fighting for is to assure the safety of the Israeli people as a governor or as a prime minister. That's that's his priority.
Do you think picking battles with Iran, Lebanon, Syria, these countries helps Israeli people?
That was necessary, 100%.
That was necessary.
That was necessary, 100%.
How
If you
so?
talk about the Iranian threat, as an American, you're saying it that like.
No, I think what we did was very unnecessary. We said this on the podcast. I don't think we should have done what we did.
How? So like if they continue to like if they at the end, because they haven't like achieved it, they were planning to achieve it, and they were like very close to achieving a nuclear power.
Yeah.
Which is very wrong because when that happens in the wrong hands, like they have the decisions. It's no good. Iran has been an enemy to the United States, and they've been threatening America for years. Like death to America. I can there's literally like millions of videos out there like that the regime is saying. And if you can ask like any Persian person that you can find in LA, they'd be like, okay, yeah, that America, what they did was necessary because they kind of wanted to weaken the regime so like the people can kind of like wake up and make some sort of change in terms of because like Persian people are very smart people and they're very like productive in that way, and them being under like that kind of government takes away from all the potential that they have.
So do you think, going back to Benjamin Netanyahu,
Yeah.
you think he's a great leader?
Yeah.
Do you think we should take him at his word? Like when he says something, should we agree with what he's saying? His words? Do his words matter?
It depends on who you're asking. If you're asking me as an Israeli citizen,
They do?
yeah.
Okay, so
course.
the 1990s, since the 1990s, he's been warning America that Israel is this close to nuclear weapons. It's been going on for 40 years.
Say it again.
He's been warning America that Iran is this close to nuclear weapons.
Sorry, because you said
My
Israel.
bad.
It's okay.
That Iran is this close to nuclear weapons. So should we take him at his word? Should we have taken it at his word in the 1990s? Because we didn't. But we did in the weapons of mass destruction. He's been saying the same thing for 40 years. It never happens. Miraculously, Iran
that's
can
the
never
thing.
get nuclear weapons. I wonder why.
They can't get.
They can't get it because, I mean, Benjamin Netanyahu says they're this close, but then it turns out, oh, they're not. And then something happens. You bomb sites or they killed nuclear scientists
No,
that are involved.
but see, that's one thing that you are like not understanding, that Iran themselves, they are the one who's saying that we are like this close to achieving this.
So why can't Iran have nuclear weapons when Israel can?
Well, because Iran is obviously they're threatening to use it every time that they get a platform. They're like, oh, we're gonna like destroy America. We're gonna. So when you hear someone like that, when let's say like someone who's your neighbor, he's telling you, oh, once I go get a gun license, I'm gonna go ahead and like breach in your house and absolutely shoot you. So and he's like working on getting like that kind of license. So do you think?
I would talk
What
to
do
him.
you
I
think?
would refer him to mental health facilities. I would definitely not bomb him.
Oh.
I would definitely not kill his family
Okay, so-
members.
so
You're
how
actually
does
proving the
that-
perfect argument.
how
I would
does
not
that-
kill his grandma. I wouldn't kill his wife. I wouldn't kill his son or daughter. I would try to talk to the other
would try to
person and be
talk
like,
to
what are
him.
you trying to do?
Someone who doesn't even want to talk, someone who doesn't even want to negotiate. He just like absolutely wants to kill you. You think there's words with that? You think
I
you guys
can
have
call the
words?
cops. I would definitely not
Call
go
the
ahead
cops.
and
Okay,
murder.
call the cops. And in that situation, who is the cop?
He
here?
would be jailed because
okay.
that's against
And this situation, Israel and Iran, who's the cop?
America. Is supposed
Okay,
to be the
there you
cop,
go.
right?
Okay.
But then America is not
Okay,
a cop.
and is
though.
it?
But it's not a valid cop.
How is it not? America
Because-
stopped over the past 20 or 30 years. They stopped so many conflicts between
America?
countries. As of right now, we're talking. They stopped.
Well, you
the
think
conflict.
America has like stopped more conflicts than they've created?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
We can't. If you look at the Armenian-Azerbaijan conflict, America.
That's not been
Donald
resolved.
Trump. Thank you, Donald Trump again. He was the one that stopped it
Universally,
because
we're known as a world police.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it's
we do a
because-
horrible job of being a world police.
Yeah.
how
It's not. We don't do a good job of it.
if America is the power of the world, right?
Yeah.
We can agree with that they like the most powerful, that they can.
Right. But they're
So-
horrible at it. They're not good. They're not
They're
good at what they
horrible.
do.
How are you saying that they're horrible?
Somebody
what
can
they do?
be excellent. Somebody can have all the power, but
What
be
did they
very,
do? That was like very horrible.
Well, they killed 1 million Iraqi people. They don't care about U.S. veterans who are literally poisoned by the weapons we use in the Middle East. We don't have so many things in this country, but we somehow have money for Israel every single year. Remarkably, we don't have money for our own people to give healthcare, but we have money to give to Israel in arms in all sorts of various capacities.
I mean,
So
if
yeah,
we-
America
if-
is
if-
actually
if we're-
foreign policy-wise a horrible country.
If we're
Even
talking
though we
about,
have
like-
all the power, somebody can have all the power and be really bad at using it. Hitler had all the power, and look at what disgusting things he did with the
Well, yeah,
Holocaust.
you
He had all the
compare-
power, though.
Okay, so like you think like don't you think like America has almost the same power as Nazi Germany back in the day? Absolutely do. And America has nuclear weapons. America if the Americans want it, they can take over the world.
They have taken over the world.
And that's not true.
How is
That's
that
not-
not-
Economically.
That's why that's not
Every-
true. That's how we get like the Chinese with all their inventions, with all their like technology, and you
Sure.
get like the
Well,
Russians.
because China is actually like a powerhouse as well.
Yeah, see, so that means like that's like not
What's your
taking
point?
over the world.
What's your point?
My point is when you said that if a neighbor is threatening you and he's constantly telling you that if I ever like achieve a gun license or if I put my hand on a gun, I'm gonna kill you, and you said that I'm gonna call the cop. So in that term, when it comes to Israel versus Iran, America had to do something about it, and it's not like America did everything. It was Israel that did everything. It was the last step that it's no other than America that can do it.
The last step, which was literally the most important, so the B-2 bombers, without them,
but
nothing
if-
would have
if-
been
if-
accomplished.
But yes,
Just give us the
yes,
one weapon
yes,
we
yes,
don't
yes, yes,
have
yes,
that
yes.
cost billions of
Okay.
dollars.
Yes, absolutely.
Why don't you guys
And-
give
and if-
America
and if-
credit? That's
and if-
insane. If you ever talk, I don't understand the cockiness that a lot of Israelis and the Israeli government have. It's like, we're giving you the money to do whatever it is you're able to do. We're giving you the weapons.
Hey, back-
if you take away the U.S. aid, Israel wouldn't be what it
Hey,
is.
America had to drop these bombs in order to stop the war. If the war didn't stop, Iran would be like absolutely demolished. Israel was if you know like what happened in that war between Israel was absolutely like
So Iran would have been demolished, right?
Israel would have like if they would have kept going after that regime until it's very weak because Netanyahu always pointed out he would always send out a message to the Iranian people saying that you guys are strong, you guys should do something about it. That regime is can we agree that the Iranian government is not a good government,
Sure.
right?
It's not a good government. A lot of governments are not good in the world. Does that mean we have the right to take over the government and destroy them?
No, but when it comes to like them threatening,
comes to Israel,
and
we do.
constantly, No, but they weren't just threatening Israel. They were threatening like everybody. You think
Iran would actually have a chance against America in a military conflict? Come on, be honest with me.
Listen,
just tell me as a normal human being, remove your identities for a second. Tell me honestly, do you think Iranians would have a chance against America?
absolutely no. But if they
thank
have,
you.
but that doesn't mean okay. So
It's not even a contender.
it's not a contender, but at the same time, can they make some damage? Probably, yeah.
Okay, a lot of countries can make some damage.
Can they target one of like the U.S. military bases that's like around that area?
Sure.
They would. What do you mean, sure? And you're okay with that?
Not okay with that.
Okay, so
I'm just saying they can.
okay, so that means they had to stop everything before it even start.
You just made a point that Israel would have destroyed Iran, right? They would have demolished. Come on, be honest.
Like when it's military versus military,
Yeah.
oh, we would absolutely demolish.
So then why does Israel get to have nuclear weapons, but Iran doesn't? Because Iran would have done the same exact thing to Israel.
Because whenever you have a nuclear weapon, and that means you're a big force, right? So like all the other countries, they would not even. When did Israel use a nuclear weapon?
Because very few countries have used nuclear weapons. America is
they
the
were-
only country that has actually exercised a nuclear weapon.
Israel has the nuclear weapon in order to protect themselves from. I mean, if you look.
So
at
why can't Iran have a
geographically-
nuclear weapon too to protect themselves from Israel?
But they're not. But they're saying they're not using it for protection. They're using it just to.
You just said that Israel would literally annihilate Iran.
Yeah,
so then
but-
why can't
but
Iran
not-
have a
but-
nuclear
but-
weapon
but not-
too?
but
Wouldn't
not-
actually Israel be safer
but
if
not
Iran
in
had a
terms-
nuclear weapon?
in-
Because
eh,
if they both use it, they're both gone.
Back to that subject. Israel, in terms of military, they were dominating the whole war versus Iran. Why? Because whenever like you don't have air fighters, you don't have like nothing, you're absolutely cooked. If somebody's like constantly like bombing you from air, you're absolutely cooked. And Iran, it was like that. To that discussion, yeah, Israel, they took over the airspace of the Iranians. So to that point, yeah, they would have. Military versus military, they would have lost bad.
Okay, I have no idea what you're saying anymore. Do you have any more questions for me, for us?
But you're saying you
go off on tangents.
You're literally saying that.
What am I saying? Tell me.
That Iran. It's a crazy thing that comes from an American citizen. That why does Iran does not have the right to have a nuclear weapon?
It's a question. I'm not saying Iran should have. I'm asking why can't Iran have a nuclear weapon when
Because
Israel
I just
can?
explained it to you.
Yeah, and your explanation was horrible because you're saying
Okay,
Iran would destroy Israel. Israel would do the same thing. It's an eye for an eye.
Okay. Well, when it comes to having a nuclear weapon, Israel has it. And they never threatened to use it. They never said, "Oh, we're gonna if we get attacked by Iran, we're gonna." They never said that. But Iran constantly says that if they put their hand on a nuclear weapon, they're gonna use it, because it's like that.
Iran
Iran
is
like
the
that.
aggressor.
Iran is the aggressor.
Yeah, and
Well,
at the end of the day, what is their business like with the bombing Israel?
I don't think they should do that.
Okay.
I'm not supporting Iran.
Okay, then
I'm an
that's it.
American first. I'm in the interest of America, and I don't think how supporting Israel has supported America.
If you're in America's favor,
Yeah.
and they constantly threaten America,
Yeah, they can keep. It's like the little kid, and what is he gonna
Yeah,
tell a
but-
300-pound
but
bully?
they were-
you really think a 300-pound bully is gonna be intimidated by some midget who's like, "I'm going to kill you one day"?
Yeah, but
keep talking.
at the same time, they were developing a nuclear system, a nuclear weapon.
For the last 40 years, apparently they've been doing it. And it
Not
never
the last
seems-
40 years.
Benjamin Netanyahu, according to the greatest leader ever in the history
The
of the
greatest
world.
leader out there, Netanyahu. So yeah, someone had to do
According-
something. So someone had to do something about it. It was like Netanyahu. He had like the actual balls to like
Yeah,
go
thanks
out
to
there.
America, you guys did
Not
a good
thanks
job.
to America. I would say
Not
like,
thanks to America. I don't understand.
Okay, chill
this.
out. Chill out. When it comes to that,
We get
when
zero.
Donald
It's
Trump-
like the girl, bro.
No, it's
you
not.
can never
Hey,
make you
hey,
happy. We could give you
we
the
do
world.
absolutely give like
We
America
could literally
credit for
burn
it,
the world for you and be
but
like,
in
I
the
did it
beginning-
anyways.
Okay, but in the beginning of it, who did
This is just
who neutralized
tragic.
their defense system? Not America. It was Israel.
Come on, bro. The B-2 bombers. Give us
No,
some credit.
But okay,
Put some
but you're
respect on our
jumping.
name.
but you're jumping like from something happened to another thing.
Isn't that what you've been doing this entire podcast?
No, who
you've been
neutralized-
doing that?
That bro, you just like jumping from like conclusion to other, like
No.
where like the B-2 bombers. Yeah, the B-2 bombers was the ending of the whole conflict between them, or like the ending of the battlefield. But who started it? Who hit the first?
It's remarkable.
Who
Whenever
hit it
I
first?
ask you about Israel, you tell me about Hamas, you tell me about Iran, you talk about Syria. You are never able to concede anything bad about your government, and it's concerning because you're a good dude. I can tell. It's just you've been brainwashed by the Israeli government. I don't know what to tell you. I can literally tell you. I have made the most logical arguments on this topic. I have been tried to be morally consistent. I've called out Hamas. Right. I've even called October 7. The whole October 7 controversy where I contradicted myself a little bit was I think the Israeli government exaggerated some of the traumas.
Like
they used it for 100%, and I agree with that. That's not to take away from the trauma you experienced. My point is, I've been morally consistent. Hamas, I've been willing to call out Iran. You asked me, is Iran a bad government? I'm like, yeah, it's a bad government.
Okay, so
you can't say when I ask you,
and
Israel done
he was the
anything
one
bad?
that's defending them as an American citizen.
No,
he's like
I'm not.
defending.
I'm
like,
saying
why did Israel did this? Why did Israel? And I'm trying to explain it that Iran constantly threatened. They're
like the midget who bullies the 300-pound bully.
To his question,
but see the thing is like Iran, like they're not like the midget that you think of. Like
they are, bro.
They're a big country that has like 90 million.
They just speak Farsi. That's the only difference.
They have all the resources. They obviously
have
weak.
Like the Iranian government is very weak.
They're sponsored by China. They're sponsored by Russia.
Great.
Okay, so what do you mean great? Great, like Russia is a big country. China is a big country that have and they also have nuclear weapons too. So
is Israel liable to anything bad? Like, can you put anything on Israel?
I think one thing I disagree with them when it comes to the Syrian conflict towards the ending of it. And I think that the new government that they overtook on Syria, they are liable for maybe like at least 70% of the casualties that happened there over the past since like 2010 or 2011. The Israeli government is no. Okay. So it's they are the ones who made like the government weak. So it allowed this new extremist person who was obviously like it's known on do you know anything about him?
Of course. He was he was part of ISIS, sure. Okay. The question he asked you though is, can you name me anything Israel's done bad? And it's remarkable. You went back to Syria.
That's it's what I said whenever like towards the ending of the last government.
What did Israel do bad in that situation?
Israel went out there and like I think they bombed their it was an Air Force base or something like that, which because the tension was like very close call like between the two sides and the Syrians between themselves, and then Israel, I think they went out there and they bombed one of their like military airports.
So Israel was the aggressor in that case?
I until this day I don't know what was the purpose of that.
So
they just wanted. I think they just wanted like that government like out.
So was it a bad thing or a good thing?
No, it was a bad thing because what happened after that, it was they started the killing of minorities out there. If it's like the Druze or like the Christian people, just based on like it's basically a genocide out there right now. What's happening in Syria?
What makes it a genocide?
Because whenever like you said like whenever if I'm the government and I'm the law and I have all the resources and all the weapons and I just like target a group that lives in my country that's been living there for like ages, and I target them just for them being Christians or doesn't want to convert to like anything else, so they go out there and kill them. That is
indiscriminately killing people, right?
Yeah, they're doing that in Syria right now, and that's
but not in Gaza.
No, not in Gaza, absolutely not.
Okay,
because remarkable, because Israel absolutely has the power to do that, and they don't do it. And it comes from someone who lived in an Arab community his entire life. No, Israel is definitely the good guy in this case. But we can agree to disagree though.
We can agree to disagree.
Okay.
I appreciate.
I will pray for you.
Wait, I have a few more questions. I have 4 more questions.
The storage is ending.
No. I have 4 more questions.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Okay, nothing crazy. If obviously a 2-state solution is not going to work, what realistic alternative can ensure equal rights and security?
What do you think? Like I think it's a very like
it's a loaded question.
Yeah, but see,
do you believe in a 2-state solution?
I do believe in a 2-state solution. Why? Because primarily like Israel itself, it's combined of, I told you, like 2 million Arabs, or like they're probably even more now, and the rest is like Jewish or like come from other groups, and they live together in peace. So like we can agree on that. That
I
I mean
it's
you've
an
never been there.
apartheid state, bro. I've
You've
never been there. Yeah,
You've never been there, but I live there in the Arab community, and I know that every person there is equal. It doesn't matter like what background they come from. It doesn't matter what
you
religion.
said they were killing each other briefly.
No, it's the Arabs, not
So
the,
they're not living in peace then, are they?
No, but when he said he's talking about like the 2-state solution or like they can live together. When it comes to that, like there's no civil war in Israel, absolutely not. But there's some crimes that happened on like the Arab division inside Israel.
It's Arabs on Arabs?
Yeah, it's Arabs on Arabs. Like, so it's you can look it up. It's absolutely crazy because I told you, like, I even like experienced it myself where like someone from my village got killed, or like I won't say it's someone. It was like I think there's at least like 4 people that got like killed, and I live in like I lived in a village that had like 6,000 people. It's like very small, and then you get like the other villages that has like more, or like they're not villages anymore. They're cities, and the war crimes war crimes. I would say the crimes there that happen is just based on whether. Do you guys have it in here where there's like businesses and a gang that's known
Mafia.
Yeah, a mafia that like offers them like protection, whatever. They say like, oh,
The Italian mob.
we got the APAC mafia in America.
oh,
I don't know if you've heard of that.
I never heard of that one. I have to get into that.
Perfectly placed joke. Go ahead.
But
It's a mafia.
yeah. So like if we're like moral of the story, like Israel is a good country, and
So you
then
think
what-
two-state solution?
it's 2-state.
He asked you about the
That's the
future.
2 states. I mean, I think.
Is that the answer?
When it comes to that, it's like, I think the Palestinians should have their own government that's actually like not corrupt and not trying to violate anything. They're just happy with what they have, and they can like go and start from there. Like I don't see Jewish people like going in Germany and bombing like cafes because like Nazi Germany back in the day, they killed like 6 million of them. I don't see that happening. They just like moved on. So I think if the Palestinian back in the day, they agreed with just like with whatever's like they have there, and they can start building from there. Like Gaza got so much money from the Qataris, from just to develop it and turn it into like a nice city or a nice region, but they used that money obviously for building missiles and doing all these tunnels and using it for.
If Palestine restructured their government and became less corrupt,
Yeah.
in quotation marks,
Mm-hmm.
that's
I think
I
I think that would be like the best idea, honestly, because it's been like that for years, and I feel very bad for like everyone in general out there. Like we are like the one who have the power and all that, but at the same time it doesn't matter at that point where you don't feel safe. So us.
But it was just interesting. He asked you about the future of Israel, and you said the moral of the story is Israel is a good country.
Yeah,
He asked you the future of how to end the conflict. You're like, we're the best.
Bro, Israel is the best country out there. Netanyahu is the best.
Yeah, I think you've said that multiple times.
Yeah, and Donald Trump too. Let's go.
Yeah,
It's
the
like
orange and the
like two great leaders, taking over. Come on.
To your question, I just think young people like you and young Palestinians, that's what I worry about. Like if the worry is like you guys.
No, what's the answer?
The answer is I don't know the answer. To be honest, I don't know this. If a country is committing a genocide on a group of people, I don't know how we move forward if a country is not even realizing what they're doing.
Well, how do we move forward if a little ass region is controlled by terrorism and keeps like absolutely trying all these like failure attacks that
So you don't think there's a
Failure
solution?
Yeah, it's like,
I used to believe in a 2-state solution. I don't know what I believe anymore. I genuinely don't know what to tell you, because how can you even have peace in a region with people who hate each other to this degree? Like the hate that Palestinians and Israelis have for each other is insane. And after this last 2-year genocide, it's gotten to a level where I don't know how we move forward. The U.S., Donald Trump can keep gaslighting us. Like, I got his peace. I got us the best peace. He can keep saying that, but there's no peace in there. Yeah, as we mentioned multiple times, Israel just killed 100 people even after the ceasefire. I don't know how we move forward in a country where there's guys like you who are generally good dudes, great dudes, but you have been brainwashed to believe all of these just frankly speaking, retarded things about another group of people, which I don't understand. So I don't know how we move forward. But I do want to thank you, though, for taking the time out, because it does take a lot of guts to
I still have some
debate your
questions, bud.
ideas. No, stop.
No, I'm serious. What?
Because
Okay,
of the
last one. Okay,
because of the
last
storage.
one, last
My
one.
No,
phone
we got-
storage is dying.
Yeah, no,
one,
we're
last
good.
one.
We're good. What moment or
Let me
story?
check if it's still recording.
All right.
It's
Down to
recording.
continue. Is it recording? Yeah, it's recording.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
Relax, bro. Take it
I'm
easy,
just
man.
worried about the storage.
It's all right.
It's okay, bro. It's a debate.
Because
man.
of you, the first 20
Breathe.
minutes of this debate do
Hey,
no
take-
longer exist because
take
your
a breath,
phone
bro.
shut up. Yeah.
Take a breath, bro. I'll buy you a milkshake.
I'm doing a
What moment or story first shaped your perspective on this conflict?
2016, I wrote this piece for the New York Times. It was a letter to the editor. And I wrote to the editor about the settlements that were happening. I warned as a 15-year-old, and I'm giving myself too much credit. I wasn't an expert back then, but I wrote this letter to the editor of New York Times. I said, it got published, and I said, the settlements that these guys are doing, the Jewish settlers, is going to exacerbate the conflict if this continues to happen. And I was actually supporting President Obama's decision to call out the Israeli settlements. He did, because he had nothing to lose, right? At the end of his election, his
It was
term,
like last term, yeah.
he was like, I don't care.
Last term, yeah.
And I don't think what Israel's doing is right. And I agreed with him. And I was like, yeah, he's right. Because if Israel continues with these illegal settlements across the West Bank, East Jerusalem, things will get worse because it will create hate and animosity amongst the Palestinians for the Israelis. And that's what happened. And then in 2020, I don't know if you remember 2021 when the settlement issue got worse.
Yeah, but I think at that time
There was a
it's
brief
called-
war
it's
between
called,
Hamas
it's
and
called-
Israel. If you remember 2021, but to your question,
It was a neighborhood called Sheikh Jarrah.
Sheikh Jarrah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you've seen the footage from there. It's sad because these Palestinian families have been displaced constantly, and these settlers literally spit on them. They treat them like second-class citizens because they believe they're terrorists. You know, that's what they actually believe against these people. Like he said, Arabs are inherently violent according to them.
That's true.
He's not even denying it.
I mean, okay. So let me ask you this: Why is it
insane, bro?
Why is it okay for like a group of people expand from let's say from the Saudi Arabia all the way to like next to, let's call it like Lebanon and like just
they're not one people.
No, huh?
They're different people.
They're different people, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
they were
we'll get
different
to that point.
religions.
So how is it okay for all these Muslim countries to exist, but one Jewish country cannot exist? Why?
Am I saying that Israel should never exist? In this podcast, I've never made the point Israel should not be existing. I never said that. I never made a comment.
You saying the settlers and all that.
The whole debate is not about Israel. Does Israel have the right to exist? I think that was resolved like 75 years ago, right? 1948. You guys already decided Israel has a right to exist. America did. The debate was, is there a genocide happening? I don't even know if that should be a debate because it's so obvious. You clearly disagree, which I don't understand how you can do. You made your points, yeah. You made horrible points, but that's okay.
Hey, I mean,
it's okay. You just
in the future you'll see. I mean,
I'm seeing dead babies and
the
women,
war
man.
stopped once they returned the hostages, and they're still. I mean, and they kind of like
we keep going back in circles.
They come up with this thing. Oh, we cannot find the dead bodies and shit. Like, come on.
Okay, what moment for you
Yeah.
shaped your perspective on the conflict?
Definitely like growing up, and at the same time it kind of like when that happened, the October 7th, I was actually never like into any type of politics. I was just a chill guy with this basketball, just athletic.
Hooper.
Yeah, but I think after that it just all like changed. And at the same time, growing up, I was watching all these like things that were happening, these events that are happening around Israel, whether if it's like back to Syria or like it happened in Egypt, where like they started like revolution against like their governments and all that, and then the government like they wanted to stay in power, so they start like after they start killing after they go after the civilians, and just because they're using the freedom of speech, which that thing does not exist in any other country out there but in Israel. So make it make sense that like all these, how do you, like in Israel, it's, you can go against the governor, you'd be like, okay, I don't like him. Huh?
Can you?
Yeah, in Israel you can be like, okay, Netanyahu, and it happened.
Not really, because
it happened where you like, yeah, people disagree with Netanyahu and they go in the street and they call him like, oh, we don't want you in power. People disagree with him. Does he go and kill them? No.
Yeah, he just kills the neighbors because that's easy. What he does.
I mean, if they're up to no good, why not?
Okay, so your first opinion
Insane.
wasn't even in
Insane.
Israel. It's in
No,
the
it
US.
was.
While you were in the U.S., right?
No, I was in.
Oh,
Israel.
you were in Israel.
Yeah, I
still?
was
Oh,
in
I thought you've
Israel.
been for 4 years. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. So you're still over there.
Yeah.
But it was about the time you were moving.
Or
not
but
yet?
yeah, it was. Well, it's like growing up that thing, but
Okay.
then like
Or that moment.
but that moment on like October 7th, I was like, okay, you know what? Like,
Yeah.
And,
then
I
you
was also like growing too, like you know, it's like when you're little, you
Yeah.
don't have like, or you do have
So
opinions.
you're like
but,
18, right? 17, 18.
When it all started, yeah, it was like way before that actually. Maybe like in 2009, 2010.
No, when you like realized it, like how
Realized it,
Yeah.
I was like maybe 20.
Oh, 20?
Yeah,
Okay.
so because I was like, even like in
Yeah.
my teenage years or like even a little bit
Oh, yeah, you're
past that, I
22,
was
right? Yeah.
Wait, I want to ask you a question.
yeah,
Let's say
yeah.
you work at a bar. Let's say the baddest Palestinian girl comes up to you. She goes, "Damn, Mateo."
Hey,
Wait, let me finish.
no.
Let me cook
Hey,
one
hey,
sec.
hey.
How
I
many
don't
times has this guy
okay,
interrupted
listen,
me, bro?
listen.
I've been so nice.
I
Hold
don't-
on. What would you say?
hey, I don't
Let
wanna-
me,
listen.
bro. You're
No,
ruining the
no,
vibe.
listen
here.
to me, listen to
I'm
me.
trying
I don't
to.
want you-
I'm trying to end
I
this
don't
on
want
like
you-
a decent note.
I don't want you to say like anything like where
He's
I live.
nooking me from there, bro.
But I don't want you to say anything where I live or where I work.
Oh,
that's
okay,
one
okay.
thing.
That's what you're saying.
That's
Okay,
what I'm
okay,
trying
okay.
to say.
Just censor that.
Yeah,
Just
I'll
that part.
censor it.
We'll censor it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you know you're out and about. You're hooping, bro.
Mm-hmm.
At an undisclosed location. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No,
say
it's
that.
okay.
My
Just keep going, it's
apologies. The baddest Palestinian girl comes to you. What do you say?
Bro, I dated a girl for a year and she was Lebanese Muslim.
But was she Palestinian or she's Lebanese?
She was Lebanese.
No, I'm talking about
Muslim.
she's from Gaza. Like imagine like a
Oh,
Gaza
so
girl
what?
from Gaza.
She's bad as hell. Who cares?
So you
Like,
think you'll be able to?
I've
Wait,
heard-
would you be
hey,
able to marry her?
Hey, why not?
Your family will be okay with it.
Oh yeah,
So then why can't you guys just live in peace?
My family, like they come from like Lebanese Greek origin. Like they're not even like.
So then why do you hate Arabs so much?
I
You
don't
just said
hate
they're inherently
I
violent.
don't hate them. I never said I hate them. I just say like
You said they're inherently
He didn't say
violent.
inherently
The
violent. He
stere-
didn't say
the
that.
He did say
No,
that.
he didn't say inherently.
Are Arabs inherently violent?
No, of
They're
course
not. You just said that in
He
the
didn't
podcast.
say that. He didn't say
I
you
did
were
not
putting
say
that
that. I
in
said
his mouth.
that
I
it
will
was
say
like the environments
What?
that they live in.
Roll
like,
back the
bro,
tape.
the Arab people that live in America are they do they like go like and kill each other? Hell no.
No.
What he was saying is that Arabs on there is a feud between Arabs on
Yeah.
Arabs. That not meaning Arabs are gonna go attack other people like Chinese people.
No.
He's not saying inherently.
He said you
inherently means you're naturally evil, right?
Buddy, roll back the tape. You said that multiple times. You said 80% of the population in Gaza is terrorists.
I
You
did say
said
that, okay.
You said that, correct?
Yeah.
And then you also said that inherently violent.
You said
you
inherently
I didn't
conceded
say
that.
inherently violent.
Roll back the tape. Okay, fine.
You did keep saying that, but he never said that.
You literally said that literally 10 minutes ago. Roll back the tape.
Okay.
People in the comments, tell me if I'm losing my
Okay.
mind. These Americans and Israelis
As a
gaslighting.
moderator, he didn't say inherently. You kept framing it that way.
Okay, as Mr. Moderator,
And
my
then-
co-host who I've known for 12 years, you're wrong.
And
But go ahead, yeah.
listen. He did say they are violent people. That's what he said. Roll back
Yeah.
the tape. He said they are violent people. He didn't say inherently violent.
Okay.
It's a different thing.
Inherently
It's a completely different
violent.
thing. It's a different thing.
Okay, continue. So
Okay.
my whole
Hey,
point was I was trying to make
hey,
at you a charming
I s-
point that you would fall for a bad Palestinian woman.
Hey, I've seen Huda.
You would
on
marry
that.
her.
Hey, Huda on that. What is it called?
She's not Palestinian. She's just Arab.
Oh,
She is Palestinian.
She?
Look
I
it
think
up.
she is.
She is?
I think she
Yeah,
is. I
I'm
heard
like,
that.
okay. I'm like, I can get with that.
So why can't you just why can't do you really think Palestinians and Arabs? Do you think people of Gaza can coexist with Israelis?
Hell no. Hell no. Okay, that's my honest thing.
If you
Hell
have any other questions,
Hell
ask
no.
me because I'm losing my
They
mind. here.
cannot-
You
they
keep
cannot-
saying
You did say that.
I don't understand. I'm losing
Yeah,
my
yeah,
mind.
but each state has its own government. Each state has its own thing. There's and also.
So you would split
there's-
time between houses when you get married?
Say
You'd be
again?
like, this is from my Jewish girl,
See,
this is from my
one
Palestinian
thing,
girl.
one thing you might like get it like mixed up. The Arab that live in Israel are different from the Arab that live in Gaza. That's one thing. They're not the same people. Just saying. I mean, they are the same people, but like with different
How
mindsets.
are they? They're the same. They're Palestinians, correct?
Yeah, they absolutely are. But these people were like always sheltered around, like let's say
But
like
how
Israeli
are you generalizing for like a population of 2 million people? Have you talked to all of
people.
them?
In Gaza?
Yeah.
I haven't talked to not even one single person.
So then, how
but
can you say?
It's
How can you say? Bro,
Bro,
come
when,
on.
when you get
People in the
when you
comments,
get-
be
when you get
nice to
people-
him.
Okay.
He's struggling. His
Hey,
prefrontal cortex is not
hey,
developed.
Hey.
It's
When you
okay.
get-
Be
when-
easy on
when-
him.
when you get until this day, after 2 years, after we saw what happened, what is like the outcome of the Hamas attack on Israel, people until this day in Gaza, they still don't condemn don't condemn Hamas, which means like they agree with them, which means they support what happened there. So back to that point, yeah, maybe like 80%.
Okay. More questions for me?
Yeah, last question. Is
Last
there a view
question.
held by the other side that you've come to better understand or even respect?
You're gonna say,
Honestly?
respectfully, no.
No.
Honestly, I came in with a mindset of, I actually want to understand your point of view. And I'm leaving this podcast more confused than ever and more sad to a degree where I genuinely don't know how we move forward in this conflict. I genuinely have no idea. That's the honest truth.
Well, if me and you could have solved the conflict, that conflict would have been
Well,
like over like 7 years ago.
But
So, like,
even me and you can't solve it, bro. You're on a different
we
page
can't
than
do
me.
anything. Like it's literally a conflict that's been going on for like probably like even like thousands of years. If I'm
It's
being
just
honest,
generational hate.
that whole
It's generational hate. That's what it is. It's generational hate. And you can't solve generational hate over dinner. It takes years. It takes hundreds of years. I don't know if we're going to ever see a
Peace.
fix to this problem in our lifetime. No matter what Donald says or Benjamin Netanyahu or all these corrupt leaders.
Nah.
It's sad to see.
Donald
And I
Trump is a great leader and Netanyahu too. So
don't get it. See, the level of
Bro.
brainwashed is literally
bro,
like
you
just,
said, bro, Donald Trump like
you're more MAGA than like white Christians in America, bro.
I mean, I am a Christian and I do support.
Yeah, but I'm
some
talking
of
about the
stuff.
evangelical supporters, right? Donald Trump's strongest base are the evangelical supporters who also are obsessed with Israel because they get paid.
Are you Greek Orthodox?
Because I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just remarkable how you love Donald Trump so much as an Israeli.
Well, because Trump like literally worked
Yeah, it
day and
makes
night.
sense.
'Cause
He's been the greatest
but
supporter of
at the
Israel.
At the same time, like
I have to tell you, Donald Trump has been the greatest friend to Israel ever. One of the best friends.
because he knows.
Yeah,
He knows.
he knows. What does he know? That who's his
he
real
knows.
daddy?
Huh?
Who's his real daddy? Who's Donald Trump's real daddy? Say it.
I mean,
say his name.
I mean, Trump,
say his name.
No, that's,
say
that's
his
not
name.
true. Because
say his name. BB. Come on.
you
BB's a real
BB.
daddy.
That's not true.
BB sucks him up.
That's not
No,
true. That's not
Donald
true.
sucks off BB every day, bro.
No. I
That's just
totally-
the truth.
I totally disagree with that.
I mean, maybe Donald likes the dominatrix stuff. I don't know. Maybe he does.
Hey.
But he sure loves that
you literally talking
tiny
about
cock,
like
bro.
someone who
he loves that 2-incher.
he's talking about someone who was
He
like,
loves BB, bro.
you know what BB like like his past operations, what he did when he was a soldier. You were
To
probably,
enhance
like,
his cock size or what? I don't know. Bro, I'm joking, but you know what I'm trying to say.
things-
Before, tell me though,
Yeah.
who has more power, Benjamin Netanyahu or Donald Trump? Be honest.
No, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, 100%. Bro, Donald Trump. Come on, you cannot like. Donald Trump has like the whole military, the whole nation.
This is a game they're playing,
under
bro. They
his-
won't publicly say this, but like, come on, be honest.
Be honest about what?
Who has more power in the relationship?
Well, of course, Donald Trump. He was. Do you think it's so? So do you think if
Do you
if
think
Netanyahu?
Israel-
So if Netanyahu. So okay, but back to that thing. So if Netanyahu has more power, then why didn't he influence Biden to like? So like Biden is.
Well, Biden didn't do jack shit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Biden
so
did-
how come? So how,
Because
how come,
Netanyahu was
how
so
come-
powerful.
How is he so powerful?
You can't tell,
So,
bro.
so, how,
you,
so
this
how
guy,
does it? How does it when it gets to Donald Trump? Oh, he was the one that fixing stuff. So like, oh, like
I can't even
he
argue
has,
with you,
He
bro.
has more like so Netanyahu has more power over Donald Trump than Biden or on America in general. They would have ended the war in like the first a couple months if that happened.
honestly, more than a debate, this has been a learning experience. Because, bro, I came out here like wanted to talk about policy. We can't even like.
But
I
you
can't
can't-
have a debate with
He's
you.
telling me he's telling me who's the daddy. I don't even know. Like like how are you gonna know? Okay, you tell me. You tell me who's who.
BB. I'm telling you, as an American, BB's the daddy. BB is the bro. You
How?
know based on this,
Explain it.
based on
If-
BB
If
is
you
the
know
daddy. Well, Donald's always had daddy issues, and what he really wanted was a
Okay,
Jewish
but we're
man
not-
to be
okay,
his father.
Okay, but we're not like let's be for real, bro. Like,
Okay,
let's
for
leave the
real?
Jokes, yeah.
How? APAC. Look at it's so obvious. Like how Donald Trump was so anti-Israel on the campaign trail. He made some very anti-Semitic comments based on the definition of Israeli government's definition of anti-Semitic. If you recall, he got in a lot of trouble with the Anti-Defamation League. Do you recall in 2015, a lot of Jewish people didn't like Donald Trump because he was like, "Oh,
what did he say?
He said the stuff usually people say about Jews, like about them, the stereotypical stuff, right?"
Like what?
Okay, now you want me to become a comedian again? Like it's
Okay, say it. I never heard it.
he made those comments, and then all of a sudden, magically, he becomes the most pro-Israel president. In his first term, he moved the capital, correct? He moved it to Jerusalem.
Yeah.
He did all
he
did all the things that
no other
Israel,
president did it before.
Yeah,
they
because
would always
because Donald Trump is
skip that
bought
issue.
and paid for by Israel.
It's
Bought
not.
and paid for.
Because it should be like Jerusalem is like the
Okay,
the
yeah, we
capital
get it,
of
bro.
that land. So,
We get your pro-Israel.
no-
I'm just proving you asked me a question, and I'm telling you.
yeah.
Magically, Donald Trump comes off as, "Oh, I've done more for Israel than any other person." He
did.
He can do
He
Benjamin.
he did more to Israel than any other Israeli president.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's my point.
he
did
It's
more-
the same point, just different perspective.
Yeah.
It's Benjamin Netanyahu.
So is there any misunderstandings that you have for the other
No,
side?
well, what
Is there any
Netanyahu-
misunderstandings?
What did Netanyahu do for Trump?
What did Netanyahu do? I think he supported him fully on his
No, he didn't,
his,
actually.
his campaign. He did.
What-
he did.
what-
The
which-
last one.
The second one. Yeah,
Yes.
because the opposition was the Democrats who hated Israel. So obviously he had to. In the first term, though, what did he do for Trump? He distanced himself, actually. Benjamin Netanyahu doesn't love Trump.
That's not true.
He feels bad for him. Donald Trump, on the other hand, is just blind. He loves power. He'll suck his dick, no problem.
That's not true.
For anything for more power, anything to make Donald Trump look better, he'll do anything, whatever it takes to make sure Donald Trump looks good. And the Republican Party, it's not me saying it. There's a Republican congressman named Thomas Massey. You know Tucker Carlson? He did an interview with Tucker Carlson. He goes, every Republican in Congress has an AIPAC person. Every Republican in Congress has an AIPAC person.
Well, and what about the opposite party? What do they
Same,
have?
for the most part. Democrats have the AIPAC person as well. They're both bought and paid for by Israel. It's disgusting to see my country is being governed by Benjamin Netanyahu.
And who's Tucker paid by?
Not Israel.
Not Israel, right?
No.
Then who? If you look
He
at
makes money from ads. He
makes-
was born
he
into a
makes-
rich family.
He makes money from Qatar. Him and what's his name, Nick?
Fuentes?
Yeah, they were recently out there, and
Okay.
I don't know what they did.
I'm just telling you what somebody said on someone's show. I'm not saying Tucker Carlson is the best journalist in the world.
Yeah, but just so you
And
know,
I don't know about the
think
Qatar thing.
Every
Yeah.
side is Qatar they're the same people who fund Hamas. They're the one who shelter the Hamas
Wait,
headquarters.
didn't Benjamin Netanyahu just call the prince, the king of Qatar, and apologize to him? What was that about?
Because
Why did he say sorry to him?
Well, he thought because the people who were the people who were in charge of the negotiation of the ceasefire, the Hamas members, their headquarters was in Doha in Qatar, right? So that's when the attack happened, and they killed I think maybe 5 or 6 people. It was 6 people that died. 5 of them was the people who were responsible for the negotiation between who literally worked so hard to fail every deal, everything, just to keep the war going, to keep the money flowing to them. They're the people of Gaza, they're living in the street, they don't even have food, and these people are living in mansions somewhere in Qatar. So Israel went out there and they bombed them, and they killed 6 of them, I think. 5 of them were those people, and then one was a Qatari. I think maybe it was a Qatari citizen or something like that.
Qatar is a sovereign nation. Did you want to finish or you're good?
No, I'm all good. Go ahead.
Qatar is a sovereign nation. Doha is the capital of Qatar. I sound like Kamala Harris. Stating basic facts.
Yeah.
Doha was the place where both parties were negotiating. It wasn't the headquarters of Hamas. It was where they were it was where America was leading the mediation between Israel and Hamas, and they decided to literally kill the negotiators.
Yeah,
that's what the Israeli government did.
Because at the
Your
same time,
leader has already
because-
apologized for
because-
it. Are you taking back his apology?
But he apologized for that Qatari civilian that died. He did not apologize for the Hamas people that died out there. That's
Oh,
that-
so
that's
it was
the
like a
difference.
half sorry. It was like sorry but not sorry.
Like sorry for that guy that was just happened to be there, but like he
Sorry,
wasn't
we killed the innocent guy, but you know what?
that happened because it was like a whole
can't
meeting.
believe this, bro.
It was a whole meeting for like the Hamas headquarters out there, the people who failed every deal, and they were responsible for like the 7th of
Unbelievable.
October
You killed.
attack. So they go out there.
They
and, like,
literally killed the people that were trying to negotiate
Hey, Netanyahu,
peace.
good job, bro. Keep doing it.
Good job. You killed the people that were literally trying to negotiate peace. Good job.
They
buddy.
weren't. They weren't trying to negotiate peace. They were the one who worked very hard to keep the war going.
So then why
to keep the
negotiate
money
with
flowing.
them? Why were the Israelis negotiating with them then? Why have so many meetings in Doha to only kill the people you were negotiating with?
Because that happened recently, like 2 months ago when that happened, and the past a year and 7 months they constantly want to fail it.
Correct. So that's why they were trying to mediate peace, a path forward. So why kill the people that you're trying to
Over
build peace
a,
with?
a war for like I think
Well, it was a
the
genocide,
remaining-
but
it
yeah.
was the remaining of like I don't know, like 70 hostages. So you can't like over the year and 7 months I just have to like keep trying to like play like Tom and Jerry hide and seek and no. So they went out there just absolutely bombed them. Hell no, because there was no other talk to make with them. There's no other like conversations. They rejected every peace treaty with Israel. So that's all they get. And they were the ones who like probably involved in the planning of 7th of October. So
You know what my answer is to your question, the solution thing? Prayer. I'm going to pray for you.
I'm going to pray for you in Jesus'
Thank
name
you.
too.
Thank you. Pray for me. I really
Hey,
appreciate it.
Jesus
That means
loves
a
you,
lot.
bro.
Actually,
Hey,
God loves
Hey,
everybody.
And Jesus was crucified and he was risen up. So I gotta state that out.
I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray for peace because that's the only thing
Can
we
we-
can do. We
can-
got to
can-
leave it up to God. God is the ultimate
Can we
decider.
agree that Jesus was crucified?
That Jesus was crucified. Okay, what are you trying to?
No. But between me and you right
Was
now.
Jesus crucified? Yes, and he got off the cross, and he didn't. I'm a Muslim, so I have different beliefs about Jesus.
No, I asked you as a person. Nah,
He
Was
doesn't
Jesus
believe
crucified?
Jesus died.
Yes, I don't believe
So-
Jesus died on the cross though. But this is like just we have religious
Okay.
differences,
Yeah,
correct? We can
that's
agree
fine.
to have religious
No, for
differences. You're not gonna conduct a genocide.
No,
on me because-
I'm gonna get up right now and. No, I'm.
Are you serious, or is it like Iranian threat or no?
Nah.
I don't know, man, because you can
No,
believe things and not
you-
really do
you
them,
can-
right?
I mean, you can believe like whatever you want, but like at the end of the day, it's just like. You know.
But just not the Gazans. You got to take them at their word. The
Bro,
5-year-old kids
the
who say death
Gazans-
to Israel. You got to take
So
them
you don't
at
have
their
any
word.
misunderstanding on his end.
No, because I understand he hates the
you have any
Gazans.
I don't like
Understanding on
see
his
that's the thing. I really like don't, but like there's like when there's like a pattern like keeps like going on and on and on. I'd be like I'm fed up with these people. Like I definitely like had some faith that it could be like a peace or whatever with these, but like no, because if Israel doesn't exist tomorrow, they're gonna kill each other. Like Fatah, Hamas, they're gonna just annihilate each other as much as possible.
Hey, let's do a proper handshake.
Bro.
We messed up the last time. Thank you. Whoa.
Oh my bad.
You're a tall guy. Tall guy. Come here with a wingspan. There you go. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Nah, thank you, bro.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate it.
Thank you.